bless this lovely land of mine. And God bless the mountains, the hills and the valleys. Someday the sun will cease to shine, and I'll desert this lovely land of mine. This lovely land, the old man said, will be alive when we are dead. My father's words still haunt my mind. It's God bless this lovely land of mine. Well, God bless this lovely land of mine. And God bless the mountains, the hills and the valleys. Someday the sun will cease to shine, and I'll desert this lovely land of mine. My gallant comrades have passed away, but with the song I sing today, I sing my song before I die. It's God bless this lovely land of mine. Well, God bless this lovely land of mine. And God bless the mountains, the hills and the valleys. Someday the sun will cease to shine, and I'll desert this lovely land of mine.
Hello and welcome for another episode of We Shall Not Be Moose podcast. The night's episode, number 13, Hunmageddon. Joining us tonight, the illustrious Mr. John Paul Jameson.
Oh yeah, that's a way to describe me.
Do you like that one? You're back in action. You're named second again this week.
Yes, because we
well,
haven't
first,
got a fucking
really.
part-timer.
With a guest on, obviously.
Cunt.
And Horizontal Mick Tague is back in the building.
How we doing, boys?
I'm doing really good in terms of selecting this. I'm top of the world, but as in no wellness, I'm fucked, still fucked. So we're battling through the age tonight, lads. I'm just powering through.
Aye.
I hope you appreciate that.
I definitely do.
Excellent.
I
So,
definitely do.
how have you been?
Aye, good. I think we both said we've had a good weekend.
Yes.
Did you look at your daughter's text about the 14th?
Not yet. It's not there. I must have.
Get on that, you fucking cunt.
Apologies if I dip in and out of sound tonight. People will have to just mute so that I can cough my lungs up, but just so you know what's happening, there's no dodgy editing. But the night show, lads, we'll just go straight to it. And before we do, a boy messaged the page a couple of weeks ago and I completely forgot to write something down. So Bruce, thanks for listening, thanks for the feedback, keep listening, keep giving us feedback and sharing the podcast, my man. So thanks for your wee message to the Twitter. Very much appreciated. The same goes to everybody else that's been getting involved recently. Been quite a good bit of interaction apart from the wee bedwetters prior to fucking transfer Wednesday night.
Or Lowell apologists.
Aye, off his fucking trot. So, no, I mean, you're not allowed to have an opinion on the state of the club. You've just to sit there, clap your hands, and everything's rosy because we've won trophies.
Aye.
Nah, that's not the way the world goes round, my friend.
Nah, winners demand more.
Correct.
You look to improve, and as I've said before, if you love something, you want it to be the best it can be, and we are not that right
Yes.
now.
I thought a couple of weeks ago, I don't know if you boys seen, I was giving a kind of wee back and forward. It wasn't an argument as such, but I actually get called a Peter Lowell apologist. They clearly don't listen to this podcast, so
by a guy that had Charlie Nicholas as his profile pic, and his back pic as well.
Yes. So,
and I think I stepped in at that point and said, "Look at the state of this.
This can't even offer an opinion. No, I mean, Off you go. So, on we go, lads. Hunmageddon. It's been a great week for the leather belts, so a great couple of weeks, really. We're now sitting pretty at the top of the league. Couple of points clear.
Couple?
Just a couple, innit? It's just, that's the way the media would like you to portray it. It's just a couple.
But we're top on goal difference.
Oh, the goal difference just took a wee battering as well for the fucking...
The best in European football goal difference, but it's only a couple.
That's a couple of points, lads. So what's a couple of points between friends, eh? Just a 7. But so 7 points clear. Goal difference as well clear again, which is good to see. I don't think it'll be a factor in the end up, but just great results all round the last couple of weeks, lads. Stuff to be very happy about.
Definitely. I mean, it's not just that we've been so good and they've been so terrible, but it's the implosion. It's watching it happen. It's the Morelos off the pitch as well. That's been absolute fucking best banter in years. It's just all coming together at the right time, and it was the same as last year. Exact same time as last year. Just
the wheels have come off.
The wheels have come off. Nice to see.
Yes.
Wait a minute. I think this is the one occasion now when you're allowed to wake up women. Someone's deed, and apparently Kobe Bryant's deed.
Oh fuck!
But it's snowing here.
Is what?
Snowing
What?
here.
Snowing where?
Is it?
Where I live.
The People's Republic of Lark Hall. It's snowing.
Of Motherwell. The Motherwell
Can't even-
district.
Hold on.
Cannot even be
Hold
bothered
on,
getting up
ladies
to
and
the
gents.
windy.
We have a live feed from.
This is fucking. I'm out here
Mate.
and it's snowing and I'm speaking to yous.
There's no flakes falling in People's Republic of Cumbernauld, Ken.
And I'm dripping like a knackered fridge.
I'm not even getting up.
Nah, you're horizontal, mate. You're not allowed to get up.
No.
You need to keep in tone with the show. So, to start off, we get a couple of questions from Tim Trivia this week. We've got 2, so we're going to give one in the first half, one in the second
That's my
half.
favourite. Mon favourite.
So, we'll kick that off first, and then we'll talk about the game on Sunday. So the question is, who was the first player to be red carded in a league match under the Rat at Celtic? I will add that Mr. @TriviaTim on Twitter never put the Rat. I had to put that in myself so that I don't get docked another point.
He didn't say the B word, did he?
He did. So if he was in the Predictor League, he'd be down a point for that. In fact, he'd be down 2 because he said it again after it in the next question.
Can I ask, is it an official game or is it a friendly? Or?
Who was the first player to be red carded in a league match under the Rat at Celtic? So, that's the first question, and we'll give you the answer at the end of the first half. So, off we go, lads. We shall kick proceedings off. Hamilton 1, Celtic 4. What did you make of the performance?
I thought, honestly, I thought it was going to be one of those days. I thought we were very, very turgid. I thought Julian had a mare of a game.
Terrible.
At the start of it. I mean, the goalie completely lost his man. I thought it was really, really poor. Really, really poor. My wife just came in and told me it was snowing, but I've already told you, boys. No, I thought it was really, really poor. As I said, turgid's the exact word for it. And, you know, had it not have been for the red card, I still think we would have won. For me, it was definitely a red card. I mean, there's this thing about the guys coming over to cover. By the time that guy would get anywhere near Griffiths would be running the corner flag celebrating. That was basically a bounce and him volleying it or side footing it in.
I think we started the game, the first 5-10 minutes, we looked as if we had a bit of purpose, then it kind of went flat as fuck.
I actually thought we did play well yesterday. I thought Hamilton played really well. I thought they were really organised, really hard to break down. I thought they flung themselves into everything. and I just felt like it was a matter of time that we would eventually break them down, because they put an awful lot into it. Hamilton, like that big boy up front was flinging himself about, man. He was knackered.
Who was that boy? He beat a few of our players. Mostly Julian.
Ogbo or something like that.
Ogbo,
I don't know
something like that.
I'll go and have a wee gander right
I'll
now.
tell you what, he had
number 99.
He had a very good game, didn't he?
He'd
a
fucking
handful.
He had Dyer and Julian fucking all over the place, didn't he?
Julian was bullied. I
thought the young boy looked the more composed out of the three.
Yeah, he did.
Well, good debut.
I thought Ayer was alright. He'd one moment where he dipped for that header. I don't know what he was doing. In the middle of the box, and then it went over his head, and I think Foster got to it, didn't he? But other than that, I didn't think Ayer was terrible. But I thought Big Julian was powder puff yesterday. I mean, the goal he scored later on,
it was
fair enough. It was class.
Do you know what I really liked about when we go back to the young boy? Because obviously he's been recalled from Morton. You're thinking, is this really our backup?
Is this where we are?
It is right now when HailHailMedia's out and
it's been semi.
Being managed. And
do you know what?
What
I really liked about the boy was not just his defending, but also in the attacking sense. He was willing to take. He wasn't just getting rid of the ball. He was willing to take a step forward before he found a better pass. He wasn't nervous. He wasn't.
He looked composed, didn't he?
Yep. He was willing to take that step forward, then look for the pass. And for me, that made me feel a wee bit confident.
That's probably his academy upbringing that's done that. Because when you look at all the boys when they play, they are all comfortable on the ball, and none of them launch it.
Yeah.
But
I was impressed with him. He was a big highlight for me yesterday.
I thought he played well, the boy.
Mario's another body.
That Hamilton boy, Marios Ogbo.
I thought
he's a lumpy boy, man.
I thought he had a cracking game, but I mean, let's go back to Julian. Seems to have a problem with plastic pitches and big boys. When you think of what Lyndon Dykes did to him, was that?
It seems to. I don't know.
He's either. Do you know what? Julian performs to the standard against who he's playing against. So if he's playing against someone brilliant, he tends to play.
I don't know if that's the case, JP. I think sometimes his lapses in concentration. He gets a bit emotionally involved. Same with Ayer. Both of them are they've got similar failures. They both get a wee bit caught up in things and a bit carried away and a bit lapse in concentration sometimes. But I think Julian's main weakness, which isn't Ayer's, because Ayer's quite a strong, doesn't mind up him type a player. But Julian does not like to aggressive players that are like bullying players, especially if they've got the size to do it and the strength to do it. He doesn't like it, man. He likes to have the ball, and he likes to be French and have the ball at his feet and do strike big passes and stuff like that. And if the ball goes up in the air, he can header it away. But if he's dealing with anybody with any real kind of physicality about them, he can be bullied. He can be got at, basically. It concerns me. If we're going to have 3 next season, centre halves, I would like Julian to be the weakest of the 3.
Well, like I said, I think Julian actually in a 3 can be accommodated as long as you've got 2.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
2 guys.
He's got qualities.
I think
2 guys willing to put their foot in.
I think he's got the physicality and the football brain to adapt to play against these guys. I think he's just. He's not taking.
It's new to him, maybe.
It's not taking these guys for. He's not giving them a credible fucking markup, if you want to call it that. It's as if he's fucking too good. As if he's quite arrogant in his approach, maybe.
That's what I was going back to saying about. I think there's a mentality there. The lesser the opposition, the more likely you are to see a mistake. Now, it doesn't mean the better opposition is always great. But I've seen his better performances against better teams. When you think of the first game at Ibrox when we won 2-0.
He was excellent that day.
Lazio, I think he's been, and Rennes. He's been very good.
I think he's a classy operator. It's just a case of
he can be.
It's mental consistency for me.
Aye. I think over the whole though,
consistent with the talents the boy's got, his height, his goal scoring ability, he can defend. It's just if he had that sort of focus 100% of the time, we wouldn't have paid $7.5 million for him. We wouldn't have been able to afford him. He's certainly got all the physical attributes. And
but it doesn't seem. It just doesn't seem. Yeah, he's been bullied a couple of times, and I think that's his weakness. I think that's his weak point. I don't think it's a centre half. You kind of want somebody that really doesn't mind it getting rough, and I've just got a feel that Julian doesn't quite like it when it gets rough, and so for that reason, like I say, if he's part of a three, I think he's got enough quality to really bring something to the Celtic team, and he does. And there's been games he's been an absolute colossus, and in big games as well. But for me, getting into next season, I would hope that he would be the weaker centre half of the three. If that would be the case, then we'd have, we're looking good. It's not so much a dig at the big man, but he has these moments.
As I said earlier, we're not happy with the goal. The equaliser, we all think it's a red card. That whole guy covering is bullshit, and he was. Yeah, no,
his last man. His hands are over his shoulders. He didn't throw him to the floor, and he'll maybe feel a bit hard done by. But they cannot give anything other than a red card for that.
No.
And Eddie's free kick is special, man, because. I don't. The more I see it, the more I appreciate it. Like, at first, I just was like, "Oh yeah, it's just the keeper's maybe made that easy there because where was the keeper?" You think, but then the more you watch it, you see how far out he is to get it up and over so quickly. It's great technique.
It's one of those ones though where you think, "Shit, it's a bit too close." If it was a couple of yards back, he's
going to need to blast it. Or something.
You hit it low or you just toe it.
I thought Griffiths was going to take it because he's really good with the power and that. He's good at going through the ball.
A daisy cutter under the kind of wall kind of one.
Mm-hmm. Alan Thompson.
Just blast it and hope it goes in. But the technique to get it over that wall. And how could the keeper see that? Because it you know what I mean, at that angle when it is so close like that, the keeper won't have seen that until it was practically by him.
I actually thought the keeper was poor for it, to be honest, because it's no went in the top corner.
So did that at first, Mikey, but that it didn't need to because of the height of it, because it didn't come up very high. The wall probably should have done more, but because it didn't come up high, the ball just went over them, and the keeper wouldn't have seen that till. Because it's different when it's further out and you can kind of watch the flight of the ball, but he would have barely seen any flight of the ball.
As part of the keepers union, as a former keeper, for me, because of where it's positioned, because of what Mick said, the keeper really, really needs to take a gamble. That's what the keeper's done.
He needs to guess right.
Honestly, I think if Eddie had put it slightly higher, or like a yard wider, I would actually have given the keeper more chance to see it earlier on.
But the wall didn't jump, which makes me feel that the keeper and the wall would expect him to go low or try to go round the wall.
So was I though. I mean, as I just said, I was expecting, because I thought, okay, it's too close, it's not going to be one of those ones that sort of bend in like the way he did, and thank fuck he did.
Aye.
That's why I'm not
class, just pure class.
The boy.
I might have his penis, but I'm certainly not as good as him at football.
No, I've got his laid back demeanour.
And you don't celebrate goals either.
No, I did when fucking Big Julian's went in later on.
I know.
Because quite honestly, when they went down to 10 men and you're one up, it's one each, within a few seconds like that, you kind of think, well, there you go, that's us now. And then it just seemed to go on a wee bit where you just went, oh fuck, is this going to be one of those days where no matter what we do, it's just not going to come off, and I'm going to start to get nervous later in the game. And it just kind of looked like it might get that way, like the fans get nervous, but obviously then that goal kind of came. But the substitutions made the difference, didn't they? Like wee Hayes, I know he's had these critics, but
as soon as he
really
made
a
the
difference.
sub, I was going mental.
Oh yeah, same.
I was no fucking danger. You're needing a goal. And you've broke Johnny fucking
I've
Hayes.
got to say, it wasn't the name I wanted to come off the bench, but what I would say is, see, just before that, watching it on TV, you saw Taylor a couple of times and he just looked like he was fucked. He just looked tired, he was getting leggy, he was making wee mistakes and he was beginning to jump in. I thought he did decent enough first half, but I thought 10-15 minutes in the second half he was starting just to get caught out a wee bit, and I think it was the right decision to get him off. He was already booked, and all he needed to do is make a tired, lazy challenge or get caught for timing or whatever, and he could have been off. So I did actually think it was the right idea to get him off. And when Hayes came on, I thought he was very good. I thought all the substitutions were really good when he came on.
He was absolutely fine. I don't think Taylor had his best game, but I mean I saw a lot of promise in Taylor against St Johnstone, so I'm willing to give him
Taylor's showed up well, I think, recently.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm really liking him, and I think the more games he plays, the more he gets used to what Celtic is, what's expected of you. He'll become more consistent.
Because the physical demands at Celtic will be much better. They'll be training at a higher level. Even the amount of games we play in a season compared to Kilmarnock, where he's been, he won't be physically ready for, to play every game for us this season.
Well,
but
do you know what? He's had a good rest already, mate. So I don't think it's that. I think it's. I mean,
no. I don't think that's why it took him so long. They've got to get him up to a certain level of fitness, I'd say. To compete.
I think the mental side of playing for Celtic as well.
Exactly, Mike. That's what I was just about to say. It's the mentality, it's the mental consistency, and that's
I don't disagree with that.
I don't think Sevco will ever win the league, probably in my son's lifetime or your son's lifetime, because mentally they think just beating Celtics, that's them winning the league. They haven't got the mentality to beat Motherwell 4 times a year, the boredom, the rigmarole, the same monotonous thing, and Celtic have got that. And that's why
we've been over the course,
Aye.
Yeah.
We know what's required, we know what it takes to win a league.
We are just a machine, to be honest. We just want to win every game, and I think for all we feel about the rat, I think that is something that seems to have came for his time. Is this just mentality of you've got to win every single game? The next target is the next game. You don't think long term, you don't think big goals, you think the next game. You need to win the next game.
They definitely had a lot of good learning under fucking the rat. But
what's his first name again?
Ratcho.
No.
Roland.
Nice one, Michael.
Cheers, man.
So obviously the first goal, we lose the first goal against a run of play, I would obviously say, but still lost the goal regardless.
Yeah. And the big man, just a big man wreaking havoc, Julian nowhere. Good strong header. But depressing, you just kind of went, oh, don't tell me. I mean, especially after the result the day before, you're going, right, just 3 points a day, don't care how it comes, let's 3 points. That goes in, your heart sinks, you think, oh, fuck off, don't be one of these.
There was one, just come on the radio, the TV there.
The tranny.
The wireless. Foster makes a save in the 20th minute, and it's that same big boy, that Ogbo. He's actually offside, looking at it again here, but it comes through to him, and it's just Big Foster saved it with his knee. That was a pivotal wee moment and all, because you could look to that, and then obviously they score again not long after it. So, important measures for the big fella again.
What did you think of the Lee Griffiths incident in the first half?
I think it's a red card.
I
didn't.
Yeah, I do. At first I did.
From one angle, no, but from another angle...
See, I actually watch it as well, but see if you watch his other leg, if you watch his other leg, he's trying to bring
he's trying
that
to stamp
quicker
down
to take his weight off the boy.
Right,
what I thought happened,
and the boy's got hold his foot as well. His other foot.
He caught his foot, and I think he's realised his foot was on him, and he stamped down with the other foot to stop himself standing on him properly. I think his foot's ended up there, and then he's deliberately stamped with the other foot to stop himself putting his weight on that foot,
I get
and it just looks all a bit clumsy.
Or if what it could be is the foot that's on the ground. If that's getting grabbed and you're off balance, then you need to put your other foot down.
The boy is holding his foot.
Well,
I'll tag him on the new mate on Twitter, right?
Right, I'll look at it again.
It could be unlucky, right? But it was one of those ones. If he the wrong referee, he might have got done, right? I don't think he should have, but he might have done. But then he gets up and he starts pushing and shoving. He did need to calm down. He did show a bit of Griffiths' performance yesterday.
The boy fucking put his hands on him first, not me.
I know, but Griffiths did yesterday kind of frustrated me slightly. He wasn't absolutely at his best, but what I will say, and he has got emotion involved in a couple of times with things, and I think he should just try and just watch what he's doing a wee bit, make sure that he keeps himself.
One of the boys that
Mikey, I've just watched that.
He looks quite angry at everything, and even when he scores, he
seems to have a chip in his shoulder a wee bit, doesn't he?
He just needs to get out of that.
It's understandable.
Celtic, so just belt up.
He just needs to watch it, doesn't
he? See, everyone. I mean, Mick, you'd never had him at the club again. Me, I thought he was completely done.
So did
See if anger is what is driving him right now, because he
maybe needs it.
We are getting performances out. I'll be honest, Mikey, you've looked at that. I can see sort of bringing his left leg away to get out of the tangle, and I can see why there's more weight down the right. I'll tell you what, if that had been a Sevco player, I'd have been shouting a red card. Can I see why it's a yellow? Yep. Had he been given a red, I would have said we wouldn't have won the appeal. He's lifting his left leg away because it's been grabbed, and he's moving his right, but because of that, it looks over exaggerated as if he is actually stamping him, which I don't think he is doing.
But
I just think it's a bit reckless.
See, to round up what I was going to say though, JP, about Lee Griffiths, despite the little frustrations, I didn't think he was at his shining best with his finishing on his final pass a couple of times yesterday. See his runs, like see against, was it St Johnstone, him and Eddie together were just phenomenal, some of the wee links, and I've just seen another one actually in the highlights for Hamilton before Forest goal, that Griffiths started that as well, where we passed to a slide drill past to Eddie before Eddie set up Forest. So he did have moments, but he wasn't at his scintillating best. But see the runs that he makes, it changes the way we play, and it opens spaces up for Eddie. And Eddie, it's no coincidence that Eddie's looked phenomenal with Griffiths up front with him. And I think a lot of that's got to do with Griffiths.
Having two guys up front makes a complete and utter difference. And it's not just that. Eddie gets to do the things he's good at and not have to do the shite. And Griffiths gets to do what he does.
A lot of leg work, he runs a bit.
Oh yeah, they certainly complement each other. I mean, the second goal, let's go into that. Great cross by Christie, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Hayes launched himself over the advertising board just before that.
Do you know what, mate? I was half hoping, because when he went over it, he disappeared for a wee bit. I was half hoping there was a moat and crocodiles down there.
I think he's awful harsh in Hayes, man. Hayes has been good, man. Listen, he's not a first choice. He shouldn't be the first choice left back at Celtic, right? But Hayes really comes. I never worry too much about Hayes coming on. He always puts in a shift.
My background picture on WhatsApp is Hayes running in front of the Sevco fans celebrating. Right, so I enjoyed that moment, but he's not the answer. But a great ball by Christie. A fantastic fucking finish.
Yeah,
the way he opened his body up.
Who again helped change the game, didn't he, Christie?
What a relief that goal going in, because for me, I didn't think it was coming. See, when you're getting to about 70 minutes and it's still not there, for me, I was like, this could end up with, this could be a fuck up.
Yeah, I did as well.
Fuck up.
I was worrying. It seemed like it was coming, that way, but the nerves of just of how important it is just now, you're just sitting there going, oh fuck's sake, come on, hurry up, come on, score.
Well, I think seeing you look at the second, in fact, seeing you hear the second goal going, you hear the relief off the fans because it's noisy as fuck, man. It's the loudest goal of the day, easily.
Yeah, it was because it was some finish as well. I mean,
by the way, I was actually talking about you there a couple of minutes ago and just realised that it's been fucking muted. So, good contribution by the host there. They've just scored that goal. Poor defending for what actually led to the corner for Forest. The boy bullied him down that wing there, putting a foot in. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Although I do again, Forest, I think has been better the last couple of games. I think he's been looking something closer to himself the last couple of weeks. But you were right, yeah. For that goal, he wasn't. Forest might be playing a wee bit better because he's worrying about Frimpong. Because Frimpong, if we're looking good with two up front, and Frimpong is more suited to that position than Forest is really. So Forest is going to need to.
Lennon would just pull Forest in one. I've got no doubt in my mind. I think he's just one of Lenny's favourites. That's just just the way it is. You've always got a manager's always got his favourites, and he'll be one of his.
But we've got so much competition in behind the front two, so to speak, because I mean Rogic looked great when he came on, Christie looked great when he came on, and Cham has been good, although I didn't think he was great yesterday really. But you know, he's been playing reasonably well.
Okay. I think
he didn't do anything wrong.
I think him and Brown would run about the same kind of effect on the game. McGregor probably played the better out of the three.
Yeah.
Back to what you were talking about with Eddie and with Griff. I mean, you've seen some petulance for Griffiths already, but when it comes to them two, the two of them seem to be fucking getting on really well and linking up really well, and it seems I think you can see a very good partnership fucking brewing at it, and what's also brought a wee smile to my face and all with Griff being back. Is the set pieces for corners, the deliveries are a lot better.
100%, especially against St Johnstone. I thought some that were coming in were brilliant, and maybe the game before that as well at Parkhead. It was at Ross County. Some of the crosses that came in, the delivery was better, noticeably better. So no, I'm definitely happy about that. And just see, we all wrote him off. I definitely wrote him off at one stage, and then I started to get more hopeful recently. I think the vast majority
of fans would have. I think the evidence was there to see that. But Mikey, it was going to be a really hard task for the wee man. But
it's like a new signing now, though, isn't it?
Do not say that, Michael. Don't say that. That's a Hun thing.
Is it?
Aye. It's like a new signing, a guy coming back for injury.
Aye. How's that a Hun thing?
That's a huddle board. That's the Huns on follow. That's a follow thing. That
is it? What is that, man?
J.P.
What?
When I say like some of players been injured, and they come back for injury, and it's always like a new signing.
Oh no, that's a Hun thing.
Talking shit.
That's a Jabba spinning that we've got no money.
That's a McCoy's thing. That's what McCoy was constantly at that when he was at the fucking Zombies.
What's a Fenian way of saying it then? But you know what I mean. It's great. It's great having him back. It's just great having him back, and now having the option of having the two. And Klimala, whenever he's made appearances, has looked decent enough. I rewatched the St Johnstone highlights when he came on the other night, and he's got pace. Like his
first touch worries me a wee bit.
Yeah, we've not seen enough of him. Definitely not.
I can only judge his first touch.
Many games has he been here for now? 4?
He's only been on against Thistle and St Johnstone for 10 minutes, both times when the game was over.
But there's been 4 games,
yeah, but I'm not going to have a go at him. But seeing those 4 games though.
But that's fucking. I think that's. I'm nitpicking here, but I think that's pretty poor management as well. To see a guy for 20 minutes out of fucking 316, you've just spent £3.5 million on him.
I'd tell you when it was poor management, in fact it was almost criminal, was the St Johnstone game when you're 3-0 up at half time.
Aye.
And you're in the second half, and I was screaming, I think,
Why did he get injured?
Everybody on the chat was the same.
Why is he not off?
Why is he not took Eddie off? Aye.
What
the game
a
was done.
time to give the boy, a run out, and we saw some strange substitutions.
Aye, I don't think the wee man covered his own glory that night with the subs, and the game died a death because of that. It was just.
Yeah. I didn't like the Mikey Johnson thing either. I get what the boy done right, and I do get the criticism that will go his way. But I just thought, he's a boy, he's a wee boy, and Lennon's our age or older than us. I just thought.
But you need to hold himself to a standard at Celtic. He's a first team player at Celtic.
He's a first team player at Celtic, earning thousands of pounds a week.
Yeah.
He's not a wee boy, mate. He's a man with a lot of responsibility.
But he's a 20-year-old kid. Yeah, and he's learning, and he's going to make mistakes like that.
For my opinion, Dembele's a kid.
Dembele's a kid. Aye, Dembele's a kid. Johnson's no. He's made one hell of a mistake there, and I tell you what, he should have been shitting himself in the changing room. And
it's been the only dark cloud over the last week for me was Johnson getting injured like that, because especially if it is, as they say, out for the season kind of thing.
I think that's the way he's going to be. I think
you just hope not, because he's
strength about him.
But do you know
hopefully that comes with age. Some develop it a wee bit later, but he's such a good player.
He could end up like Forrest. Forrest had a terrible injury record to start off.
Yeah, the early doors.
And probably only the past four.
It was Ronnie that sorted that out.
Yeah,
Ronnie's
4.5 seasons. He's in terms of, you wouldn't say all the time he's either shite or sugar.
I was thinking about this the other day. Actually, he's been since that. I can't think of Forrest really having injury spells, long injury spells.
I think he had a 4-week period under the was it the first season?
After the cup final against Aberdeen, he ran riot, and then I think he might have had a wee spell for a few weeks where he was injured. But
I think he was for about 4 weeks or something like that. And I think he's had the odd week, but it's never been like the 3 months, the hamstring getting pulled that always used to happen. So
maybe it'll come with Johnson. I think it will, but I hope it does, because he's got such talent, Johnson. And every time he's came into the team recently, he's looked good. He's had the odd game where he's not played well, but the vast majority of times he's came on the pitch, he's looked good.
It's just that wee instant was, it's a wee selfish moment, but it's no big in the end up, because it turns out he was going to be injured anyway.
But it might have been worse. It might be worse because of that. You never know. We don't know.
The thing about it is, I think what I was really looking forward to, and what I think Mikey Johnson could have done with, is see if both him and El Yunusi had been fit at the same time for a wee while, and Johnson was just getting used 30 minutes here, 60 minutes there. I think he would have looked frightening, because see the way he was, like, just coming off the bench, the impact he can have. And well,
Yunusi season, didn't he?
Aye, he really did. Aye,
he was one of our better players when we were kind of no playing as well as we would have liked. He was a wee man. He was the one that was probably standing out as much.
The only thing, Johnson receives a hell of a lot of criticism. I like the boy. I think, like Mick, naturally incredibly talented. The only thing
he's very gifted.
I've not seen from the boy yet is I've seen him play well against your lesser teams, but I've not seen a big match-winning performance against, your better teams yet, and like a Hearts at Tynecastle, like Sevco. I've not, or one in Europe. I've not seen that yet. But then again, when he's used, when he's been on, has he had enough opportunities? Maybe not. But I'm waiting for one of these ones. I'm waiting for when he makes because I think he's naturally twice as gifted as Forrest is in terms of what he can do with his feet. He's not got the build of Forrest. Forrest has got he's a great wee unit, a great wee tank.
He's solid. Forrest is solid.
So I'm basically waiting for Johnson to start performing in our bigger games, and obviously he's not going to this season now. Maybe it's a lesson learned. It's a big lesson learned, a harsh lesson. But once he does that, I think if he's capable of that, I don't know if he is or isn't. Certainly skill-wise he is, but mentality as well. Then I don't know, but he'll get less criticism once he gets big performances and starts contributing big goals. I mean, the boy's got a decent scoring record already. For against the fodder. I think it was something like 6 and 17 this season for a winger. 1 and 3.
Don't you think Lennon's kind of public reaction like that?
That means nothing.
No. But do you not think it puts a wee bit more pressure on him?
No.
Mikey Johnson for that?
No,
because boys this age, they get put under enough pressure.
If you can't handle that, then
if you can't handle that,
then
that's true.
You may as well play for that. Bro.
Did you know? Did you know see Solskjaer during the week? I think it was Lingard. I'm pretty sure it was either Lingard or one of the younger boys at Man United. Anyway. He shouted for the side of the pitch to him, because he kept getting the ball away. You fucking do it one more time, you're fucking off. And that's what he shouted, his exact word for word. One more fucking time and you're fucking off. And there was nothing even mentioned about that down south. Nothing. You know what I mean? All Lennon told him was to fuck off. That happens every day. It
happens every day in training. And I think it's only your Celtic dads that are worried about shit like that.
Yeah, I'm a Celtic dad.
That's you promoted today, Mick.
Well, no, that's relegated to the bottom, innit?
Oh,
He'll be saying, but look what Lawwell's done the past 3 seasons. He's got his 9 trophies.
Well, I'm not saying that.
So, no, third goal, I mean, I thought that was a brilliant wee move.
It
was. Brilliant wee ball through, perfectly weighted. Was it Rogic that played the ball through again?
That was scintillating. The wee interchange between the two was beautiful, because just before that they'd done a wee step over. Gave it to fed it to Rogic, and then Rogic, the way that pass was perfect.
Do you know what? Do you know what I'm starting to see with Rogic again, which I didn't last season when he came back from injury, and certainly the start of this season. I think I saw it against maybe Kilmarnock. Was it Kilmarnock when he came on? Home to Ross County. I'm starting to see his feet working again. Quicker and being able to, because obviously he's not your fastest bloke, but in terms of mentally and foot wise, he can create a yard for himself just with his cleverness and his skill.
His game intelligence is frightening. Like Rogic when he's on it, man.
And him and Eddie combined a couple of times yesterday, and they're both their feet are just so fucking, honestly, fully erect in my living room, man. Just a couple of times with just wee touches between them and stuff like that. No, Rogic looked very good. I was quite impressed with Rogic yesterday when he came on, and he is, when he's on it, the big man, he's just a delight to watch, and Eddie's a complete delight to watch. And if you could if Rogic could somehow, get to the levels he's been at previous, like, he's another good option, and there could be so many if we can get everybody fit, including
Elyounoussi. He's back on for Motherwell. Lennon said that he's in
fingers
contention.
crossed.
What, for the squad for Wednesday, is he?
Yeah. Lennon said he'll be considered for Wednesday, so we might see him on the bench. So, 4th goal, lads. I thought great work by Eddie down there.
Brilliant again for Eddie.
I wouldn't call it the wing, almost the inside.
He could have went for it himself there, because he's on a hat trick, isn't he? But Eddie's.
He should have had the hat trick just before that.
He's a very unselfish player, Edward.
That was a miss, wasn't it, for Eddie?
Oh, that was a terrible
the one before.
It was. It was bad.
I don't know what he was doing. It was one though.
I know. But you can't say anything about it, because fucking the way he played, he was involved in every single goal. Eddie scored that or set it up, didn't he? That was a sitter. What was the second? Julian, I wasn't involved in that one.
But great composure from Forrest. Didn't strike it straight away.
He let that guy dive in. He made a cunt of him, because that boy thought he was going to hit it first time. The boy slid in. He's just waited to clear to him, and he's just fucking placed it lovely into the net, man. Fucking great goal. And we just seemed to crank it right up after the second, didn't we?
Yeah.
I thought what I would say is I thought Hamilton played really well.
They did.
They set their sail out. They were very hard to break. That boy Gogic played a fucking absolute blinder again.
Yeah.
He was in front of everything, just blocked everything.
I would just say though about those sort of pitches that I'm not saying they're levelers, but they certainly negate some of the better teams' quality.
Aye.
Yeah,
qualities.
and they're more used to playing on it than we are. It's simple as that as well.
But if they play like that at home every game, then they shouldn't be in
They
the
don't know
position they're
because
in.
fucking
No.
Livingston took 4 off them the week before us.
But then again, that's like a home game for Livingston as well. They've got as equally a dodgy pitch like that.
What you need to take into consideration is that's a game that Hamilton feel that they could probably go out and win as well. So their setup's totally different to what they are when they play Select.
And they were just really hard to break and really organised and blood and fun. They were throwing everything as they were defending for their lives, and they defended well, were organised well.
They're back to bottom again, aren't they? Hearts have hit a wee bit of form and.
Oh, they lost, did they not, against? Oh no, they drew 3-0.
No, but Hearts they've been picking more points up and they've moved off the foot of the table. So I don't probably the wrong choice of words is calling it a bit of form, but they got a decent result against the Huns, so that's all that matters in the grand fucking scheme of things.
Yeah, I mean, but to be honest, I want Hamilton down.
I've always wanted them in Kilmarnock down just because of the pitches, but so
they've got a big game against St Mirren. They're away to St Mirren on Wednesday, which will be, I think there's 3 points between Hamilton, Hearts, St Mirren.
The only problem we've got now, but is you've got Livingston as well now, so you've got another shaky pitch slung into the mix.
The thing is, once we've got Livingston out the way, we've played Hamilton twice away, we've played Livy twice away, and that'll be it. Well, how many times have we played Kilmarnock? We've only played Kilmarnock once away, but we'll have got most of those pitches out the way with, which in my eyes is a very decent thing to get done and dusted. I mean those pitches are
horrendous.
Yeah.
God awful. I mean, they do. If we said, right, come on, we'll get an 11-a-side team and we'll try and get someone to play us, we'd be fine with it in terms of, because we don't know any better. But
it kills me that surface see the next day.
To be fair, like when you look at our goals, we played some great football in it for the goals, which is unusual because
there was a lot of, I think, overhit or underhit passes on those pitches, Mick.
Yeah.
I remember, I think it was Booney playing a ball out to Taylor, and it was a simple ball, and Taylor basically had to scramble right on the byline, and instead of being able to put in a cross in an attacking position, had to turn back, look for someone. There was quite a few examples of that.
But of the games that have been televised, and they seem to always be televised games, these artificial pitches games which have been owned in the past, but of the games that have been on them in recent years, that was actually one of the more entertaining ones yesterday at times.
By the way, I'm at the 42nd minute now. See the tackle for that boy McGowan on McGregor? That's a red card.
Aye, 100%. I forgot about that. 100%.
What was
right
that
over
again?
the top of the ball. You get booked for it. But it's a red card every day of the fucking week.
By the way, Mikey, I don't think he meant it, because see when you watch it, it happens. It is pretty quick, and I think he was going for the ball, but that's a leg breaker. If
wait, was that one that was almost getting cleared from our box? Did they have a corner or something? Mikey?
It was run about
in between the halfway line and the 18-yard box.
Beside the shed kind of side.
Aye. Yep,
Aye.
remember it.
I
think it was someone almost overstretching rather than going in.
It looked like he was maybe coming off because Christie went warmed up, didn't he?
It doesn't need to be intentional for it to be a red card. No, I mean it's
all I'm saying is I don't think it was someone out to get someone. I just think it was a bit.
No, it wasn't.
Nah,
he definitely wasn't, but it was still dangerous. Like it could have broke his leg there.
He got him just under the kneecap. That's what it ended up. So for me, that was a red card.
It was quite high up in the shin.
Hamilton game positives. That pitch we don't have to play on again. A good win, 3 goals. Eddie was superb. Griffiths is definitely chipping in and getting there.
He's getting
in terms of his progression. Welsh looked absolutely comfortable in a 3, and I think if we're playing the boy, we play him in a 3 because we've got 2 others who can basically talk him through a game. And
I don't think it'd be fair to put him into a four.
Yeah. I thought McGregor was fine. Taylor wasn't his best. Forrest was fine. He's at times I want to kill him, and at times I absolutely love him. Did
you see the stat today about Forrest?
About how he's one of the players that will soon become one of the few with 100 assists and 100 goals. Is it that one?
Well, no, that one as such, but he is the most active in goals and assists in European football in terms of goals scored and assists given as a midfielder. He is a top performing midfielder in Europe.
I mean, for the number
That's amazing,
of goals,
isn't it?
honestly, for the number
Edwards
of goals
top striker
scores.
in Europe for goals and assists as well.
Fantastic.
Is that right?
Yep.
Magnifique.
Is it 20 odd goals now and something like 16, 17
league
assists?
Goals. I don't know about the other games. 21 league goals, top scorer on Scotland.
I suppose the real story there is his assist rate. I mean, he's consistently scoring as well, but it's not a staggering goal rate. It's a very, very good goal rate, but also a very, very good. It's just very good all round, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's what he is. Like, to me, he's not a penalty box striker, like a poacher. He's a different beast.
He's not a striker. He's your new modern centre forward. That's what he is.
He does everything. He makes goals.
18 league goals he's got, JP. He's got 21 games, 18 goals.
Oh, right, okay. And
I'm saying that he's not got that staggering a goal rate, but that is...
Is that including Europe, mate?
No, I'm just actually going to do that right now on Transfer Market, because that's
European Cups.
That's the best for it. But the boy is frightening.
Aye, I could talk all night about him. To be honest, I could honestly spend the whole podcast talking about him. Yesterday, I thought he was just fucking incredible at times. Even though the game was a bit stuffy and it wasn't, going away, and it was a bit frustrating at times for large chunks of it. Anytime he got the ball, you just felt like, something's going to happen, because even if it didn't quite come off in the end, some of his wee moves and tricks and wee turns and things, it was just phenomenal to watch.
One of those ones where he opened up, he got space, but it was one of those ones where there was like, when he beat one or two just with body movement or rolling the ball, there was another two Hamilton players flinging themselves. I think that Gogic in the second half, where Eddie created, how he created that space in the box. He had about two players round him, still got his shot away, but Gogic, I think, blocked it twice.
That's right,
and just and see if that was against a team like in Europe who would open up against us, who wouldn't crowd because they would be attacking us as well, then it would be so much more effective. The boy's going on to bigger and better things, and I wouldn't say Celtic, but than the Scottish League, and he will play at a magnificent level. And the great thing about him, Dembele, who scored something like 8 goals in 7 games since the turn of the year in France, scored 20 odd goals this season, and a shite Lyon team, to be fair. They're not doing well. They lost 2-1 to Nice the other day, although they beat Nice in the Cup during the week though. That's a thing for young French prospects, and they've got that academy. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a famous French academy.
Clairefontaine,
yep, where Henri and all the rest came out through. Do you know what? If boys want to progress, get a bit of football, a different kind of football to French football, rougher, faster, they'll get hit, they'll be toughened up, but they've got that natural level of skill, then basically what they're doing is they're equipping themselves for every type of football in future, and the bigger and better things they go on to. So
it's a platform that Celtic can give you as well. European football. It's
the market we should have researched over and over again. If we've got 7 scouts, we should have 2 in France. We should be basically looking at every gem. And I think, with what we've been linked with, there was that left back in the summer.
Peru.
The one, where did he go to again? Was it Nantes?
Went to
Brest, right? And a few other players. That guy who I think was a £9 million player, the Zimbabwean one. And League
Cadawir.
Yeah.
Le Havre he played.
Yeah. So I think we're certainly doing that, but we are. But and do you know what Dembele enjoyed here? Odsonne enjoys here.
Cham seems to be loving it right now.
Cham is loving it right now.
Yeah, he's a different man.
Well, a boy in the huddle board too. I can't remind who, but he seemed to have some links. Said Sham's totally changed his attitude this season. He's enjoying it, more focused, settled, not worrying about things, and you know it's all good. And, you know, especially when you watched against St Johnstone, I was worried because there was that West Ham link that day.
Yeah. Aye.
You know, maybe last season Sham would have taken a shot, but what did he do? He scored a header, and he loved celebrating it.
Yeah.
He was absolutely overjoyed. So
that's one person Lennon might take credit for there, because he definitely seems more motivated, and maybe that could be down to Lennon.
Well, there was the big talk after the supposed mistranslation of his interview in pre-season, and Lennon said we sat down and had a word, and he said he was misinterpreted, which basically means Lennon tore fucking strips off him.
But publicly backed him.
He publicly backed him. The boys had a think and thought, do you know what? I'm paid well. Good year at Celtic, and he might go in the summer. And that's fine if he goes in the summer. We get a good fee. But we've got someone contributing. We didn't have someone contributing last season, so it's all good as far as I see it. So 4-1. Are we moving on to the Motherwell game, boys?
Yes.
Yeah. Just before we do, when you think about the Hamilton game previous, the 2-1 with Scott Brown's last minute goal, you know, we've found it tough with them a couple of times. They have been organised against us before, and yesterday was ultimately an improvement, even though it got nervy and we all were sitting shiting ourselves in 70 minutes. In the end, I thought we were far more dominant yesterday than we were the previous game against Hamilton, and that was obviously at home. So for me, I think we're looking more dangerous now than we did towards the end of the season. I thought we kind of stuttered over the line towards the end of the year, calendar year.
Yeah.
We kind of stuttered over the line, but I think we look rejuvenated at the moment. I think the wee change in formation as well, and Griffiths, I think we're looking coming into the stretch like we did last year.
Aye. We always seem to kick on really well after the winter break, and it's fucking great to see, man.
Oh, brilliant, mate.
Absolutely.
So I had myself worried for 4 or 5 seconds, and when the window shut as well the other day, it's feeling anything to excite you, and then it's just been a great weekend. All my worries have melted away.
Yeah, 4 or 5 seconds to a stoner, people, is like 2 or 3 years to us normals.
Yep.
Just what can go through your mind in those 4 or 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So Motherwell, how would you line up, boys? Would you go 3-5-2 again?
I think I would.
I think I would. Aye.
It's just working right now against the smallerish teams. I think 2 up front, and we've got 2 very different talented boys up front.
I would just urge a wee bit of caution against Motherwell, because they are playing well. They're playing as well as they have been the last couple of years, and they're also missing a couple of players, key players, like the likes of what the fuck's his name again? The boy who was meant to be saying us.
Turnbull.
David Turnbull.
And they've lost their striker to Hull, $1.5 million.
Oh, is that? That's right. That boy's away. Aye.
Was it Jake Hall or something like that?
But see in regards to 3-5-2, the only time maybe I wouldn't go with at the moment is just based on how we've been with is potentially Europa League games, because who else would you go back to one up top against? We all obviously, after watching the Huns games, the last 2, we felt we had to change something. For me, I would go 3-5-2 against most teams now, except for potentially Europa League games. But
the only Europa League game I wouldn't. I think we've got enough to deal with Copenhagen, So we do 3-5-2.
Maybe at Parkhead.
The only time I would maybe go 4-5-1 is if we're deploying 4-5-1 more defensively, if we're away in Europe and we're trying to hit on the break and we know we're going to sit back. Like, whoever we get in the semi-final and we're defending a 4-0 lead from the first leg at Parkhead, I would play a 4-5-1 and just crowd it
Playing
out.
Cham in it so that it's a bit more of a less attacking.
Yeah, I'll cram it out for that. Do Prague, and then for the final in Gdansk, just
like Lazio against Lazio in Rome.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But do you know what? It's great that we're familiar now with the boys are used to two formations. You know, I'm sure they'll have done it in training 3, 4, 5 formations, but the fact that they've got to lay that down in games that matter.
And we're all coming out.
It's only good for the boys anyway.
We're all coming out of the window, kind of bemoaning that we maybe didn't look at a centre half, but that obviously the performance the other day with Wee Welsh is maybe kind of made you feel. I know it's not a banker, but it's good to know there's another body in there. You've got Simi.
Absolutely fine in the 3, and the boy did well. But before I start relying on him, I'd like to see him a few more times, which doesn't mean he's not capable of it or anything else. But I wouldn't be overly. I would rather have a fit HailHailMedia.
So you don't think he'll start against Motherwell then?
I think he will.
Simi? What do you think he will?
I think he will. I think he absolutely will. I mean, Lennon said that Jozo's carrying a knee injury, has been for the past, since the winter break, since Dubai he's been carrying a knee injury, and he's playing through it. So, yeah, I would rather play Welsh right now, and I think Motherwell's a great game to test them in terms of how they're playing, their physicality.
Much better side than Hamilton, really. I mean, Hamilton were brilliant in terms of organised, hard to break down, but Motherwell have more about them. Motherwell think they can maybe take points off of us, whereas Hamilton look to stop us beating them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Motherwell might have a bit more ambition.
Oh, they will. Definitely, they will, mate. But do you know what? It's also a better pitch that Motherwell have got, and it's also, because of the better pitch, also gives us the opportunity to play our type of game. So,
and we were 5-2 against them the last time.
Yep, we were. Yep. So
what do we reckon? What are we going? We're thinking 3-5-2 then.
3-5-2.
Yeah, I do think we'll go with it. Yeah.
And I think I wouldn't be surprised if
same team as Hamilton.
Yeah, I would certainly play. Well, do you know what? I think Christie will come in.
You think he'll come in? Who's going to drop out?
And Cham, then you're saying?
I think Sham will drop out. I don't think he deserves to drop out, but I think he will. I think he'll get Christie in.
I might agree with that.
I think we need the threat from
a wee bit of craft. A wee bit of craft.
Yep.
Do you see Bolingoli surprise return?
No. Apparently the rumours are they've fallen out. Lennon and Bolingoli. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't have any info. But no, I don't expect to see. I think it's till the end of the season.
I think Lenny was pretty clear in his assessment that he's off form and he's trying to find his best form, and then he'll be back in the squad. He's not even been in the squad, so.
Yep. I think it's Hayes and Taylor for the foreseeable.
Aye, I would say so. Look, at the moment it looks a lost cause and quite a fair bit of money spent on a waste of time. After the wee pick up in form, he got the injury and he's just not recovered yet. So
my only concern, I think, well, it's not a concern, but just going forward, and I would love to see El-Yunusi here after the summer. I don't think he will be. If we're going 3-5-2, I don't see him.
I don't think we will every week, mate. And plus, El-Yunusi can play where Christie plays as well, so I don't see that being an issue.
He can. I don't know.
Especially
if he's as effective, because I've not seen him enough.
You need to remember he plays Forrest on the right hand side, so it's not as if he needs Greg Taylor to play wide left. I mean, if it needed to be, Taylor could play like in the role that kind of KT played and come in one and just as a left centre half, but pushing forward as well.
Wait a minute. KT. That's a point.
Fuck off, he's not a buzzword.
That is a point. It is a fucking buzzword.
No, it's
not. Either the junior rat.
Right, listen.
Judas Mark II. Or Le Rat.
Le Rat. Right, so let's get back to the conversation.
That's a point off.
It's not a point. So
it's a point. Mick?
I
don't remember it being in the rules, but it feels wrong.
It feels wrong.
Right, I will say
it's like exactly a
I'll say it's wrong, but it's not in the rules, so it's not happening.
It's now added to the rules.
Right, if you want to put it in the rules going forward, that's fine. But
the only thing I'll give
you
can call him Tierney, is if you're a strict schoolmaster reading out a register.
Right, okay.
I tell you what, it is completely off subject, but do you not think we've kind of that's all worked out quite well for ourselves? If we get 25 million.
Aye, at the moment, aye. At the moment, aye. But aye, that's the kind of thing I'm thinking. Like, El Yunusi for me should be a priority in the summer.
I think Foster's my priority, mate.
I want to see him again. Actually, like, it feels like he's just been out the team a bit. I want to see him back. I did one performance from him, and I'll be completely back on board that train.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm on it anyway.
I just want to see him again.
I'm on it.
I hope. Oh no, I do. I hope he signs, but I've just forgot about him a wee bit. If you know what I mean, because it's just felt that a while. So I'm looking forward to having him back in the side.
Do you know what? We'll give you Sham for El Yunusi and Forrest, and we'll take the extra 10 million.
Well, apparently Southampton have been monitoring Sham as well. But I'd be looking for more money than for Sham than what they're wanting for. Apparently El Yunusi, they're only wanting 8 or 9 million. So
give us Forrest, El Yunusi, and maybe 5 million. And a 25% sell-on fee. And I think that's a fairly decent.
Would you swap Cham for the two of them?
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah, with a sell-on fee for Cham.
For Foster and El Yunusi?
Aye.
That's not. I would do that. I probably would do that.
I'd probably be tempted with that, no? To be honest with you. But anyway.
As long as we could work out if Foster's
give us
wages.
A prediction, guys. JP?
3-1.
3-1 for JP.
Same team. Apart from Christie coming in for Sham.
Mick?
I think it's going to be another. I think 4-1.
4-1 for Mick. I've went 2-0. 2-0 for me. We'll get Paul's. I've not had any confirmation from Mr. Maguire, but we'll move on. So obviously Sunday's game is away to Clyde.
Maguire's becoming the Jozo of this podcast.
He is the Phantom.
Yeah,
the Phantom. We might have to fucking. He might need released at the end of the season. He keeps this shit up.
Sammy Maguire.
Teague's the Christie because he's missed a few, but he's been more consistent.
Mikey Johnson, I'm in and out of the team getting told to fuck off every now and then.
I'm the Booney.
Feigning injury.
I've been in every one we've ever done. I'm there, I'm always there.
You're the Tommy Burns, mate.
And God bless every one of me.
Yes. So, the Clyde game, another plastic pitch effort.
Yes.
So, it's at Broadwood Stadium in my hometown.
Near Falkirk. Chukterville.
Fuck off, you penis. What are we thinking? I think it'll be pretty straightforward. I think it'll be.
I expect to see a few changes.
I think you might see.
Arzani.
You might see Arzani.
Yeah.
Might see. I think actually we Dembele might be in for a wee sniff.
Aye.
I'm quite looking forward to seeing what Arzani's about. That's two coaches that have both liked him. Yeah, but both managers, the Celtic managers been under, have kind of raved about him. And he looked, I know it was only 10 minutes or something, he was on the pitch, but
amazing,
he really did look good. And for Lennon to be kind of got excited about talking about him one time, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing a bit of him again.
Well, we've apparently asked Man City for another year, haven't we?
I think that was accepted, wasn't it? I think he'd done another 18 months a couple of months ago, so it would be not this season but next season he's leaving us.
I don't know if that's been confirmed. I haven't seen anything confirmed.
No, I'm pretty confident that was extended.
I've not seen it myself. It's just I know that we did. I know that we did ask.
I've certainly heard mumblings that we're interested
and
in quite a high
sell.
Yeah, with quite a high sell on that would go like Frimpong. You know, maybe $1.5 million, and then maybe 35-40% or whatever we got for him would go to City. But you know, if he's seen it in training, we've always got Dundee as Celtic fans to romanticise about him. But you know,
those glorious 20 minutes.
We need wingers. We need to keep the ones that we've got right now. If we are,
I don't know if he fits the role as a winger though. I think he's more central for me.
I think he's a right winger, mate.
I think he looks more a number kind of 10.
We've got 10s though. We've got Rogic, we've got Chris.
But I think he is versatile. He can play right along that front three behind the striker, but I don't know if I see him as. I don't think he's blessed with like electric pace, and I don't think he's your typical winger.
He's not a touchline winger, I don't think.
No. But
Paddy Roberts had a bit of that about him as well. He wasn't quite.
Wasn't he really quick? No.
Touchline.
He's already got a bad injury already, hasn't he?
Has he?
With Middlesbrough, aye.
Do you know what? I love to see guys who think they're bigger than us fail.
I don't think that was the case with him.
I don't think it was, is it?
He has failed. Look at me,
I would say he's failed. I would say he's failed.
Done nothing with Norwich.
I don't think
he's with Middlesbrough in these few games.
I don't think. I think he's done quite well so far with Middlesbrough, mate.
Roberts could have came back.
He could have, but I don't know if City didn't want him back either.
No, but he chose not to come back to Celtic. Well, we could have got him.
I
don't know the ins and outs, but I know what you mean. But for me, it's no harm to him, but it's sometimes a relief to see that when a player that you missed out on, or you feel that you missed out on, it's not quite came off from him. And at first it was started for me as just kind of like, I hope he doesn't quite shine anywhere so we can still get him. And I still probably would take a punt on him.
Nah. I'm past the Paddy stage, man, to be honest with you.
Would you take a punt?
Nah, no for me, man. I think he's had his chances everywhere else.
If he was released by Middlesbrough,
if he's
Norwich,
released, there'd be a reason.
By Norwich, then yeah.
He's away to Middlesbrough full time now, is he no?
No, just a loan.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but I think though.
I would only take Paddy as a free. I wouldn't be paying money for him.
I think it's one of those ones though where Norwich are half planning for next season in the Championship, where
he'd probably come back in.
He would probably come back in, and would likely get more starts. So it's an either or. If they stay up, I don't think it'll be in their plans. If they go down, then I could see him being a Norwich week in, week out starter.
With his kind of talent, he just needs a run of games. He needs to be playing. Wherever he is, whatever level it is, he needs to be playing.
You know what it's like. He's not going to get that in the Premiership when you're struggling to stay up.
No.
Like Norwich are. You're either going to perform or you're out.
Right. Prediction for Clyde, because we're starting to waffle about fucking Patrick Roberts.
It's difficult to say. I don't know the opposition.
4-0 for JP.
I'll go 3-0 with that one.
Mike's going 3. I'm going 5. I'm going for a 5 zipper. And again, we'll get Paul. So, excuse me. We will wrap up the first half, but before we do, we will give you the answer to our first
guess?
trivia. Tim, give me a wee second. So, the question was, who was the first player to be red carded in a league match under the Rat at Celtic?
I've got 2, and I don't think any are right, but I'm going to go.
Well, guess 1 first.
Colo.
Mick, have you got any guesses?
Simi?
Nope. JP?
Both wrong. Colo Toure?
No, you said him first. Who's your second one?
Right. Second one's something weird like Craig Gordon.
Nope. Mick?
Gary Mackay-Steven?
Nope.
Bruni?
Nope.
Fucking hell.
Are we just going to go through the fucking team, eh?
Yeah, yes. Until someone gets it.
Nope.
No, it's my turn, you dick.
No, it wasn't. You said Bruni. So right. It's now your turn.
First season. Is it someone obvious?
No, not really, no. He's a first team player, but he's not known for that kind of shit. No.
Forrest?
Nope.
Armstrong?
Nope.
Fuck's sake. McGregor?
Fuck's sake, we're on. Aye, Carl McGregor. Carl McGregor's
Who was that against again?
Away to Hamilton.
Was that the 4-1 game where Armstrong scores the beauty of the free kick? Remember, and he celebrates on the side wearing the black strips. Did Eddie not score in that game? Was it 3-0 that actually, or 3-1?
I can't mind.
Eddie wouldn't have been there right away.
Well, when was it? Was it the first or second season? Did we have
the question is, who was the first player to be red carded in a league match under Brendan Rodgers at Celtic? So I'd imagine it was
before
the first
Eddie
season.
was there.
You'd like to think it was the first season. Surely we've had somebody sent half in a league match in his first season. Excuse me. But anyway, lads, the answer was... Apologies. You couldn't reach the mute button in time there. That is the answer from
CalMac
Trivia Tim on Twitter. So join us again in the second half, where we will bring you some transfer activity, more Hunmageddon, Fantasy Fives South American style, and the answer to Tim Trivia again. So join us after the break. Alright guys.
Cheers.
Pack it in, let me begin. I came to win, battle me, that's a sin.
Welcome back for the second half of We Shall Not Be Moose podcast, Hunmageddon. So, we start back with our wee Trivia Tim question, and that question is kind of along the same veins as the first one, but who was the last player to be red carded in a league match for Celtic under the Rat? So there's a wee thinker for everybody. Again, we'll give you the answer at the end of the show. So we're going to move on to our first wee segment of the second half, and we're going to talk about the January transfer window and our transfer activity. Our transfer activity.
Won't take long, eh?
Aye. So we had a late flurry of rumoured activity due to. Well, let's start off. We brought in two bodies. We've brought in Patrick Kalamala for $3.5 million and Ismaila Soro for around about $2 million. That's the rumoured transfer fee. So we spent $5.5 million in the January, and it's probably one position that we've needed a wee bit of backup yet to see what Kalamala can do. There's another midfielder come in which we're pretty well off for. But
maybe not that type so much though. It's
type.
I've liked what I've seen with that wee guy in his videos, but again, the videos mean nothing really. But for what we've seen now, it's the only thing we can view him on. He looks good, but we did need a centre half, and we did need another winger, and we got neither, and we needed a bit of experience, which our manager made perfectly clear numerous times, and then started backtracking, and he didn't get either of that. So
he also said we'd be looking at potentially up to 4 players coming in, and then after we signed 2, he said he was happy if we didn't get anyone else. I just feel that I think it's got the hallmarks of a kind of the usual typical Celtic window, and the thing is, I really did. I normally expect that season upon season, window after window, but I actually did think there'd be a reaction because of the 2 Sevco games towards the latter part of the calendar year. I'm a 9 on the line and such, them practically a point ahead.
Right.
I thought we would react. I thought we'd do something. I really did. I fancied us to pull something out of the bag.
We asked the question. Well, me personally, it was myself that put the question out on Twitter. Obviously, always have got access to the Twitter account, but it's mainly me that is on there.
I don't right now.
Have you not got access, big man?
No, since you changed that number thing and all the rest, I haven't bothered.
Right.
I can't mind to.
Well, we'll sort that out for you, right, handsome?
I don't know if I want it, so I'm happy.
But
living in bliss.
I put a question out, and basically all I asked was, why would you gamble with 9?
Yeah.
Why would you wait to see what the Huns were doing first, and then react? Because have you looked about on Twitter or any of the Celtic media sites? There was plenty of people who claim to be in a wee bit more than know, and some of them are, but they alluded to the fact that Lawwell was scrambling round agents to try and react to what the Huns were doing. Now, that for me is unforgivable. I couldn't give a fuck if the Huns went out and signed 3 guys for the Premiership that they couldn't afford and who you wouldn't have thought they could have signed. Forget them. We need to fucking focus on us. We were constantly told that we didn't need them to survive, yet we're still looking across our shoulder when we shouldn't have to. That for me is the point that we're trying to make on Twitter. Yet we came in for it. Mostly people agreed with what we were saying, and the 90 minutes I think boys got a bit back as well. Is the people who are happy to look at it in the sense of we've put all these trophies in the cabinet. We have, and it's been brilliant, but you can strive for better, and I believe there's certain aspects of our business is fucking shocking.
Absolutely. I mean, do you know what? See, when you sign, I think you go with Lennon, and what I would say is we need 4 players.
Yes.
We got a different type of midfielder. We got a striker who will certainly compete and give us options, and a different type of striker. We desperately, especially moving back to a 3-5-2, when Lennon says that Jozo's been carrying a knee injury and playing through the pain. El Hamed has made a chocolate. If we're playing a 3-5-2, you want another centre-back as a priority. I can almost understand the reaction last minute with Johnson being out for the season in terms of the winger. I can almost understand that. But what I don't like is from some guys who seem pretty well in the know on Twitter, all the usual names, and you know, I don't think they're attention seekers. I don't think they have been in the past. I think they pass on what they get. Whether what they get's true or not all the time is debatable, but that's not down to them. They're just passing on what they get. And it's better than some WhatsApp chat where someone said, "Oh, I saw someone down the chippy." You know, it's a bit more informed than that. But the fact that they were saying Lawwell's scrambling around agents,
asking them what have you got?
We shouldn't be scrambling around agents. We've got Nicky Hammond. We should have 8 to 10 prospects per position, and you see where they are.
Yeah, you know, well, we apparently put in a last minute bid for the boy for Utrecht.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't know anything about the guy, but that was the chairman of Utrecht who confirmed that we were the only one to make a concrete bid, and it came late. So I've no idea what the thinking was behind that. Why we couldn't have done it sooner. My only thinking is, well, we're waiting to see what the Hun's done, and that for me is unforgivable.
Yeah.
There's no need for it.
It's to improve you, even as a person. To improve yourself, you look internally.
Yes.
You don't look at what the world's doing.
Yep.
I tell you
can only
what,
be
though,
the best Stew. Celtic can only be the best Celtic, and with the resources we have, we are not being the best Celtic we can be right now.
But these last couple of Sevco results have got them right out of jail with that, because people will forget about this window altogether. If this continues, or if we now, comfortably, reasonably comfortably win the 9, nobody'll kick up a fuss about this. But I think chances have been taken there, because from the perspective of what we knew in January, I think chances were taken. What?
Oh no, sorry, I'm J Plow in our chat that me and Mike are in. It's just you know him, don't you, from school, don't you? Or
who's that one?
J Plow, JV.
George JV, I know JV, aye. He's a good lad. He's funny, man.
Yeah, he's been quite funny.
He is. He's funny on some of the stuff. I've took photos actually. I've screenshot a couple of things he said on Facebook and sent them to the Celtic chat because Eamon knows him as well.
Aye, so basically what we are trying to get at, and what we try to gear out some stuff that we hear without trying to. We don't try to be in the know. We definitely don't try and draw attention to ourselves, but I just can't go these people who are happy just to sit in their horns and do as they're told, and Peter Lawwell's this and Peter Lawwell's that. I fucking no having it. No having it. There's a cunt telling us on Twitter to horn our tickets back if we're no happy. Going, who the fuck are you, mate? Know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Away and fuck yourself. If you're happy to be a fucking bored apologist, you batter in, son. But we and MD else is entitled to question it. And personally, in my opinion, how I feel it's coming across the now is Neil Lennon is a yes man, and I don't think that's an unfair thing to say.
No, I guess
he's done a good job. Yeah. I'm not taking anything away from him in that aspect, but for me, he's a yes man because your man fucking the Rat, he made it perfectly clear when he was in a transfer window what he was wanting, what he was expecting, and when he didn't get what he wanted, he was quite scathing with it, and he would say, I do understand the board's transfer policy, but I'll always want Celtic to be the best that they can be, and I believe that's what they should have done.
to be fair though, the only thing that fucked it up for him was that anybody he did want to sign turned out to be pretty shite.
Aye.
But it's true, like,
but you still need to back your manager.
Yeah,
regardless.
no, agreed. And the whole reason Lennon left in the first place was for the same reason.
Yeah.
But he's came back under different circumstances.
But now he's
this
happy
time.
to just get on with it, because let's be honest, I don't want to turn this into attacking Neil Lennon because I love the man, but for me that's just how I feel about him in that position. Let's be brutally honest.
Mm-hmm.
He was away for Hibs. He's never getting a job like Celtic ever again. No. Never again. So spare me the bullshit for some folk.
Back knowing that this time.
Aye, spare me the bullshit for some folk and the hard on they've got from where it is to say that he's a proper Celtic man. See for me, if you're a proper Celtic man, right? You're forgetting that Neil Lennon's a multi-millionaire. If you're a proper Celtic man and that's what Celtic mean the world to you, you don't sit there and just take money and open your fucking mouth.
But we don't know that he hasn't, because he doesn't strike me as a guy that just says nothing. I dare say he'll fight his case and he'll try his hardest to get things moving.
I just think he shoots himself in the
that
foot every fucking time during the transfer window.
I mean he's completely contradicted himself.
Yes.
What he said, 4 experience. We haven't got experienced, established players that have come in as well. So he's completely contradicted himself. Now, whether he's had a go, behind the scenes, which I probably will, he will have vented his frustration. He left under his own terms the first time round because he thought his stock was quite high. He did well, obviously, getting us to the last 16 in the Champions League, and he wasn't getting back to the level he thought he should have. Whether he'll walk away again, I don't think he will. He maybe will be able to this season after an unprecedented quadruple.
No chance he's leaving before 10.
No
chance Neil Lennon's going to walk away before 10.
Of course he's not. He's going to win the quadruple. He'll win the Super Cup, European Super Cup next year, another treble, and we'll be in the Champions League semi-final.
The following year.
Yeah, the following year. So then he will walk away, basically, and he will be able to get a better job. But he's not going to do it right now. He's not going to do it with 9. He's not going to do it with 10. In fact, he's probably not going to do it at all, because sometimes clubs are made for certain people.
Do we now think 9's relatively in the bag, so to speak? Or is that too soon?
I think it's too soon.
No, I think 9 will be in the bag by the end of February, though. I think we'll double digits.
I've looked at their fixtures, though, and Hibs at Ibrox now suddenly looks interesting just because Aberdeen...
Hibs are leaking goals, man.
Aye, they're...
That's the worry. I can see him scoring and them scoring.
Then they go on a run where I don't see them dropping points. There's a few kind of gimmies after that. Kilmarnock at Ibrox, which Kilmarnock they now are on free fall.
The next 4 games or something? They're at home or something like that. Out the 4 out the next 5 or something.
And I didn't see them dropping points to Hearts. I didn't see them dropping points to Aberdeen. A team that struggled against St Mirren to draw 0-0.
I thought Aberdeen recruited well in January.
Do you know what? I think a lot of the Scottish low teams, I mean, I've said this, and I think this is partially the reason why Sevco have done so well. The league's been poorer this year, but I think a lot of Scottish teams have recruited really, really well in January.
Yeah, see if you look at, I think...
Hearts as well.
Hearts spent a couple of $100,000 on somebody. Ross County spent $100,000 on somebody.
Yeah, Hibs spent...
Oh, glorious goal for Julian there.
On McGinn's brother Paul McGinn for St Mirren spent money on Mark McNulty as well.
Got Craig Docherty on.
Yep, and they get the better end of the deal. They didn't get the fucking Hibs bench striker.
And Docherty's been going well everywhere he's went, by the way. He's played well everywhere he's went.
Hearts have spent $150,000 on Liam Boyce, whose contract was up in the summer. They're paying him $6,000 a week basic.
Scored again at the weekend, didn't he?
Yep, goal bonus, appearance bonus. God knows, he could easily be getting $8,000 a week, which for Scottish football's out with Sevco and ourselves.
Yeah, that's a lot of money, eh?
It's no bad money.
Especially they're already the third highest fucking net spenders in Scottish football anyway.
Do you know what? I think I would take £8,000 a week.
I think I would take it.
Aye,
I would take that.
Would we settle for that, boys? £8,000 a week?
I think I would, mate. Aye. So
there's no point in Mick having £8,000 a week.
Right.
Because, mate,
you'd be too laid back to spend it.
I could spend £8,000 boy.
You could, but you wouldn't enjoy the full benefits of it because you'd just be in such a beautiful place already.
Yeah. No, I could definitely spend it, man.
Well, do you know what? If you won £8,000 a week, then we'd be going to Vegas for all the boxing, and you'd be paying for me and yourself. I want you to earn £8,000 a week.
I'll make it happen. Let's make it happen.
I think
you two chip in.
I think if Mick won the Euro Millions, right, and he was lying there horizontal on his couch, just checking his ticket, he'd sit there. Fuck's sake! I've just got 2 magic stars and the 5 numbers up. That's no bad, innit? That's the think a reaction that you'd come away with, mate. Yeah. That's actually no bad. I think I've won the jackpot there.
Oh, nice one. That's a good 5-6 million. No, that's
it. It'd actually probably go write a song about it and then post it. Your song the other week about getting stoned was lovely.
Thank you.
You're okay.
Don't often share them.
Fantastic. Mick, do you want to plug yourself on Twitter since you're
plug your album.
He's a nice wee musician.
There'll be. I'm actually starting to try and put together a second now. I've been buying a load of equipment, try to set up a wee studio in my house. So definitely will let you know whenever I've got something to.
Did you invest in any butt plugs this time? No.
Oh, aye. I've always
couple
got
of butt plugs, various sizes.
Couple of backups. I'm always breaking them. Too rough.
Well, you shouldn't buy the glass ones, mate. Buy the rubber ones.
That was a mess that time.
I know they're harder to get in at first than the glass ones, but keep trying.
You need the realism, didn't you, JP?
Oh, aye.
The veiny ones.
Oh.
For realism.
Right, enough of that fucking shite.
Literally.
Aye. Oh, by the way, just briefly, Celtic just scored the 3rd goal there of the game. Lennon's celebration, scandalous.
Run onto the pitch.
Aye, and that wee double jumping. What the?
Celebrating with Christie in the end.
Oh my god.
It's not even a real jump. He doesn't clear the ground that much.
It's like
he's got a bit of a wobble, hasn't he?
It's a shocker. It's an absolute shocker. So the transfer activity, we didn't get what we want.
I was very
the manager definitely didn't get what he wanted. No. You made that perfectly clear.
Sorry, I don't know if I've made my point full because I can't remember because I'm not quite Mick, but I'm in that ballpark tonight. Of where if Lawwell's scrambling about, as I said, we've got this structure now with Nicky Hammond.
Aye,
we should never be scrambling about. We should have our contacts. He should be saying to Nicky Hammond, what's the latest news? Who've contacted Celtic? Because agents are the ones that are proactive. And I thought some of the things like Atsu knocking his back, and I never wanted Atsu. His record as a player is absolutely appalling.
Who?
But having things, Christian Atsu, Newcastle.
Oh, he's fucking jobby, man.
He
is jobby.
Yep.
We tried to get him before he went to Newcastle as well, man.
Yeah, I think that rings a bell.
Right.
But you know, things like that. It just seems quite
so annoying,
isn't
it? It's really fucking annoying.
Because Klimala and Sorrow, right, were good little kind of aperitifs. I thought, right, that's a bog standard kind of signing, couple of million, young and got something about them and maybe something to work with in both cases. But I was confident we'd have something of a good size, like another El Yunusi type signing, ready to take everybody by surprise on the last day. I really did. I thought we'd have something tied up with someone.
Well, and sorry, Mick.
I just felt if you're not going to do it now, when do you do it, man? Listen, we're not saying blowing all the money. We're not saying blow all the money. We're not saying being daft. We're not saying completely change the policy. But But why not, on the cusp of 9 and 10 in a row, if that's surely got to be an ambition, surely Law wants that in the mantelpiece for his legacy to get 9 and 10 in a row. Surely these guys want that.
Put it this way, and there's a good chance that it will happen anyway, right? But see, to look at it, everybody would probably forget everything else with Lawwell, right? See if he secured the 9 and 10, helped secure the 9 and 10 in the fashion that we think that should be happening to give us the better chance of doing it, rather than just going, I think we can get it anyway. No, that's no. That's no fucking going and doing something. That's no being proactive. That's gambling. He's fucking gambling, and that for me is unforgivable when you're in such a historic phase of the club.
Not just that, to be great, sometimes you have to gamble. You have to shoot high. The last time this club won 9 titles in a row, they also won a European Cup in the middle of that, right? And I don't see why we can't be ambitious enough to go Europa League. Let's go and win the Europa League in the midst of all this history. Do you know what I mean? We've got the money. We've got some cash. What else are they going to do with it? If they came out and said to me, we're stockpiling and this is why, and there was a good reason for it, then all right, but there is no reason for it. They're just sitting on money.
It's not just that for me. What really annoys me is we should be planning forward. It's the same argument as last season. Jozo's got 6 months left of his contract. We've got a year option.
Fuck
but
that.
If we take the year option, but we took the year option with Sinclair, and we obviously never wanted them, so there was no point in doing it. But, we want another centre-half in, so we're kicking by the time June, July comes round, pre-season, early qualifiers. We want to be running. We want to be kicking. We want to have a team that's established. We want to have familiarity.
January should be your window. It should be your window, like you said, to strengthen for these times. So basically,
come the summer, Champions League qualifiers, Eddie's off with the French team, the under-23 team at the Olympics. So we're missing him. Jozo shouldn't be there. We shouldn't be taking the option up on him. So you've got you've got Julian and Aya. Who's your third one? HailHailMedia maybe is injured. I don't know. Blah blah blah. We should be planning ahead. We should have had these guys in.
A centre half is a big one.
No, I know we're
we needed 2 or 3 in the summer, right? Yeah. We needed 2 or 3. We knew Boyata was going. Julian was his replacement, but we still needed another 1 or 2 because we knew what we had wasn't good enough, and we're still sitting here in February after the January transfer window and signed not a fucking card.
And by the way, at that point in time, we were thinking we were playing 2 centre backs. Right now, we've been quite often playing 3. And playing 3. So, why on earth did they not think I might need another centre back?
But even just look at the keeper position, right? Technically, we don't own Foster. Gordon's away when his contract's up, so you're left with Bain, who got an extension in his contract. Bain's a great number 2. For me, we can always do better as a number 1. You look, so you hope you get Foster in. You've got who you get left with centre backs. You've got Julian, HailHailMedia. Hopefully, we do not take the option up in Jozo. And you've got Julian Aya, HailHailMedia. Welsh, obviously, we'll wait to see how the guy performs. Hope he does really well. Hope he saves us a bit of money. So this is almost the Lawwell in me. And we still maybe look for another one. Right back, you've got Frimpers. Bauer can go in the nicest way. I've got nothing against him. I think he's steady enough. But he's never ever going to, turn up cheese and make you excited, make you hard. Left back, Taylor's always going to be decentish. Ball and goalie's got to be hard to shift because I don't think he's the answer. Hayes' contract's up. I think we've offered him a year and he wants 2, or we've offered him 2 and he wants 3. I can't recall. Midfield, could easily see Sham going. Would like him to stay, but I think just he's got ambitions. No problem with that. So we need to bring one in. Brown's getting a year older, so maybe that's Sorrow. Up front, out wide, we've got El Yunusi going, so we've got Johnson, Forrest, Arzani's gone, Shved, so we've got 3 there, maybe Young Denver's 4.
I'm pretty sure Azani has been signed up.
He's not been made.
Has he not been checked yet?
No. But we're certain. I think we have made inquiries. I think I've read that, and I think that's where you're getting it from. Where we've asked the question, and I don't think there would be a problem.
Well, he's certainly in there in the squad, so it's encouraging to know that he's in the manager's plans.
And then up front, come Champions League, Eddie's away with the French under-23 at the Olympics. We've got Klimala, who's not been unleashed yet, and we've got Griffiths, who, let's hope and pray he keeps this upward trajectory. It'd be fucking brilliant. He's making me eat my words right now. I wasn't as strong as Mick was in terms of being anti him. I just thought he was done. But do you know what? I love eating my words because they get the guys contributing.
That's it.
But we still need one more if Eddie's away right now. Got to be away that
Celtic
period.
Don't need to release him for the Olympics, surely. It's only the World Cup and that, and the Euros we need to release him, I'm sure.
I think it's the kind of thing that he'd be pretty motivated to be at as well.
Mick, I think we need to release him. I think because it's FIFA referees, and under the auspices of that, we need to release him. It is FIFA organised within the Olympic code. It's like the Rugby Sevens is IRB, which is the International Rugby Board, to run. Not that I've ever played rugby or like rugby, you fucking touting. Get me chucked out of my chat.
Fucking private school boy rugby playing prick, you.
Fucking half an hour to get back into that chat. But I had the best moment, mate. I was
you had your glory. You had your glory day, mate.
I was made admin, and I chucked you. Pingu was right behind it as well. He was loving it.
Aye.
He's like, go on, just for this.
But no, you're right. There's again, you'll be getting into another window with a lot to do, and
it's just always the what ifs, isn't it?
Anticipated, like you said, the summer, and right, two things. You've got to anticipate the summer, and you've got to think about the now. And in terms of the now, we needed, a couple of things here and there, and for me, a centre half,
I don't think they gave the Europa League any thought.
It doesn't seem like it. I don't know what our ambition is. I don't know what it is.
Do you know what it is? I think it is. Lowell's seen the money for the Copenhagen, thinking we'll get through that, which I think we should do. And then he's seen at least one more sale of tickets for another home game. £2 million in his back pocket. He's happy. And do you know what? That's exactly it. We have not seen any planning for the Europa League. There's no ambition with regards to that. We've got what we've got.
It's like we're just
what's
turning
the
up
money
to
for?
see what's happening.
What is it we tend to do with the money that's sitting in the bank?
There's a lot of capital projects. So if you look at the Barrowfield development with the stand, the indoor pitch, the training ground, that's the
$5 million or something. Like that.
Yep. Whether this hotel, museum, new ticket office happens, that's a good fair chunk of £10-15 million easily. But we were hoping to do a partnership with the hotel, but that's all went very, very quiet the past year.
Isn't it?
So I don't know if they've still got that in the back burner. I wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. Really, you'd need to be in board meetings and planning, discussion, all the rest for us to know that. But just assume that's the case. You've still then got another £20 million. You take that January through to May is very low in cash flow because season ticket money's done, most of the European money's done in terms of you get more event on the group stages than you will get later on in the year, even if you get through rounds. So you would say keep a bit for that, understandable. But even then, when transfer fees are usually paid in tranches of 3-4,
but you're also sitting on assets.
Speculate to accumulate,
Yeah, but you've got
you're
going to get.
Eddie.
Yeah.
You've got probably give Frimpers a good year, and you've got
Much
a £10-15 million player.
You know, how much is McGregor worth if you sold him? How much is Ayer worth? You've got assets there as well. So you know you're rich and cash rich, but you're also got asset rich, I suppose, as well.
What we are trying to become is fixed asset rich, improving our balance sheet in terms of what we've got, land, property, investment. So what we're worth, and it's, as I always say, like myself, Lawwell's a chartered accountant, and it's, you don't let accountants run your fucking football club. They advise you, they tell you what's risky, what's risk averse, what the sort of the medium risk sort of path is, but we are so risk averse. And what's the point in cash? What's the point in making profit? If we make profit, all we do is fucking pay corporation tax, which we've had to do this season for the first time, because it's done over a 3-year period. From last year's results, we'll be paying corporation tax. That's 18%, if I'm right, if I remember that's the right value.
It just feels like we wouldn't do an Eddie again. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe we've done that for the Rat, but it feels like, would we do an Eddie under Lennon? I don't think we would, because I don't think...
I think we would for the right player, but it would need to be the perfect storm again, where you have him loaned for half a season. There's an agreed transfer fee, and it really would need to be something special. I don't think, you look at this boy, Haaland, who went to Dortmund for 20-30 million.
He's a superstar, isn't he?
I see the move before that. I don't think when he went, who was he at before? Was it Leipzig? Salzburg, sorry, RB. I knew it was a RB team, but I don't think we would have done the move from the team he was before to Salzburg. I don't think we would have taken that chance. I
think he was at Salzburg's feeder club before.
Oh, was he? So RB. Sure it was Salzburg too then.
No. It's they've got a team that they send players on loan to. Let me check. I'll get it up in a wee second.
Tell me that, mate. I don't know who that is.
They've got a team that they send their players on loan to. The majority of the big ones that they've sold and all that have all went to this team, Haaland. I didn't actually know recently that he was actually Alf Inge Haaland's son.
Yeah, well, mate, really?
I didn't know, honestly. I really didn't. I know his name's Haaland, but fuck's sake.
It's probably Smithville then, isn't it?
No.
Was it 45
no, I can't read about that bit here.
20 million he went to Dortmund for that.
But who was it?
It was at Mulder.
Salzburg.
It was at Mulder.
But I don't think we would have done the Mulder to Salzburg transfer, mate. That's what I'm trying to get at. Instead of Salzburg, it should have been someone like us.
Salzburg paid 8 million for him.
We wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, I agree.
No fair team like Mold, I don't think.
No, we wouldn't have done that. That's the point I'm trying to make. Whereas we'd maybe do it from a Clairefontaine trained guy.
Remember the segment I done? I can't mind if it was this season I done it or last season where I focused on Salzburg and I gave you
it was last season, mate.
Was it last season's one?
Mm-hmm.
I went through their signings
and finances.
Their finances and their business model is amazing. It's absolutely frightening.
Ours seems to be more insecure, more risk averse, like you said, JP, because I get the impression we'd rather sign £3 million players and hope one of them turns out to be a diamond than sign a £9 million player. Do you know what I mean? And worry about it going tits up. It seems to be our attitude. But we're in a position now where we could take a chance on, I don't know, instead of £3 million players, could we not fucking get 2 £5 million players or 2 £6 million players, and if one's a flop, one's a flop?
Well, the big money they've spent so far, Julian and Eddie, and the two of them are working out well.
Eddie certainly has.
One more so is obviously world.
Do you know what? For a whole transfer,
not world class yet, but you know what I mean.
For a whole transfer ethos, Julian's the anomaly. You've got a guy in his mid-20s that you're spending that much on.
Yeah.
Whereas Odson was younger. Julian's 26, isn't he? Is that right?
No, sure, actually. 20, something like that, though. It is mid-20s, he might even be 26, 27.
He is the anomaly, innit? It's almost like...
he's 26,
But being a centre half,
trying to build it is almost like you're trying to build a team. It's he's going to be 27, 22nd of March, so he's 26 right now. But that is the sort of team building signing, which we don't often get. I mean, can you think of when we've spent serious money on building a team apart from maybe a wee bit of Strachan?
But I don't think we do build a team. I think we're pretty fortunate in some of the players that we've kept along the years and retained, and we've got lucky at certain aspects. But I think Lennon's probably more likely to build a team because I can see him sticking here. Whereas where they're at, I think Celtic knew deep down that he would go at the first good opportunity that he had, really.
Mostly our team building was done in peanuts. If you look at sort of Lennon's first run, when we get Samaras in for 6.5 years, that was 1.5. Was that the end of Strachan though?
Aye, it was.
The end of Strachan, the loan, then the transfer. But you're talking about a £1.5 million player. Joe Ledley free. Wanyama was a prospect, 800,000. Van Dijk was 2-3 million, but it wasn't going over the top.
We have done some fucking really good business.
We have, and that's why I can understand why there would be some people, if you start listing facts, there are some facts that are hard to dispute, and it does make us look like spoilt bastards. But I'm not a spoilt bastard.
It's coming from the right place.
You see the amount of cash we've got, right, and you just think, why mess about? Why not spend the 6 or 7 million to guarantee yourself a player now?
The way I was making my point as well is the Huns, as we know, are running at a loss already and need over £10 million to see the season out, right? They're not giving a fuck about that. They're still spending. Well, they might have not spent fees in there, but they're spending wages and committing to fees if they want to keep these guys. They're going out to
potentially bankrupting themselves to stop us.
But doesn't it? I wasn't bored about the signings they made that in the last day. I don't give a fuck about who they signed, right? But the point was, they just went, look, we need this. We're going out to get it, and they went and done it. Whereas we waited for them to do something, then we went, you know what, I think we might have to be called into action here. I think that's all wrong. It's completely wrong, and there was no need for us to be like that. And see, by the way, see if the two players we brought in, and Lenny went, you know what, lads, that's our whack, I don't really need or want anything else, then I would have accepted that. I would have totally accepted that, even though I still think we needed a centre-half. I'd have been happy with a centre-half and no getting a winger, because I think we can move the team about in a way until people come back from injury. I'm fine with that. But to come out and tell us what you want, what the team needs, older heads, you can see the angle that he's pushing to get a wee bit more quality and experience into the team other than just projects. Keep your mouth shut. In essence, if you can't guarantee that this is what you want, and then you contradict yourself again, then keep your mouth shut, because it just doesn't make any fucking sense to me to do that.
I don't think it can possibly
be
argued that our board, in terms of in the transfer market over the years, have been slightly tighter than some of us would like them to be. I don't think that can be argued by anyone. I don't talk to anyone who doesn't feel sometimes that they penny pinch or they try and get people cheaper, and there's been mistakes made in that way, like with McGinn when we were just trying to argue over a silly amount of money. There's been quite a lot of that over the years.
McGinn wasn't about money. It was the trust in Ben because he tried to fuck off to China.
Trust in who?
You hear that many things. Who knows?
Trust in
who knows?
Rogers.
But you know what I mean. We've all seen it.
There's a point there. I've done a Mick take.
Yes.
You done what I done last week.
Especially as I got 2 results right in a row, and I
know, mate. You've been on fire.
It points to one.
Do you know what? I'm playing the youth team right now. I could go for a full, which will be, as of next time, I could go with the KT, the Kierans, all this, as of next time when it's a band thing. this is basically what I'm doing right now.
But you do know that word that you said there. You can repeat that again this show, and you don't get docked for it because you've said it once.
I don't want to.
It's not about the points.
No, you want to practice.
I want to be like that boy that got his tongue cut out in Northern Ireland. I don't deserve a tongue.
Well, for people who don't know, we've got a couple of buzzwords, and if you say it during the show, we have a predictor league.
And rightfully so, we should be punished.
And you minus a point. And I got done the other week, I said something fucking stupid.
What did you say again?
I'm not going to repeat the word, but it was the other word for the Huns I mentioned, which is shameful on my part, but I've been punished accordingly, so... Yeah. So carry on, what were we talking about? Oh, the board.
No. The McGinn thing. The McGinn thing was more about Rodgers fucking off China, and that's not trusting.
But you know what I mean? I think we can all agree that there's never a Celtic fan I speak to that doesn't bemoan sometimes the transfer policy and how we can be at times. Look, if you look at the facts, we have spent decent money.
I've actually spent quite a lot of money. But it's how we've spent it. I think.
But we've had decent money coming in.
Aye, no,
20 million, 25 million, 8 million in Armstrong.
And more to come. You know that Dembele's going to go at some point, and we're going to get 7 million. No, not Karamoko, Musa. You're going to get 5 or 6 million coming there at least.
Did you see the thing about him? It was giving you, I think it was for L'Equipe, the French newspaper. And they'd listed the top 10 players in like net value that they're valued at in French football, and Musa, I'm sure, was third, and they value him at over 70 million quid.
No, listen, that price is going up and up because I know Man United in the summer they were talking
Chelsea
about 55, something like that. Well, then there was talk about Chelsea getting involved. Then there's another couple of clubs that have been linked to him, and now they're talking Lyon are playing hardball. Apparently they're good negotiators. I've been reading as well.
They are absolutely fantastic.
They'll get top dollar for him.
Does not let up.
Well, the only two players ahead of him in the list was Mbappe and Neymar. That was it.
Now that's
they're
coming
right.
Not bad. Eh?
But you're talking about we are potentially then looking at 7, maybe 8 million for him, for the sell-on clause. You've got Eddie, who I hope stays for 10. I've got a wee sneaky suspicion he might do. You know,
I think we need to get him on a new deal. His contract goes in 2022. So
if that's the case,
I'd be flinging big cash at Eddie the new. I would be giving him
same
30-40k a week easy.
It's either a new deal or he's sold in the summer.
I think so. It's got to be. Because I don't think Celtic can chance that.
No, it's in terms of the board's mentality. If he's no signing a new deal, he's away in the summer. That's it.
Yeah.
And in a way, I understand that as well for that aspect of the board, but. There's the times in me where I'd go, well, I'd rather just stayed and ran his contract down and we got the best out of him, because the money, a lot of times we feel as if we don't see it anyway, because it's...
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But on the other hand...
It's unrealistic. He's not going to want to sit here for any more than another 16 months or whatever to the end of next season.
But he does seem to love it here.
He does, yeah.
So I hope we do get him on a new deal and the club can benefit. Whether that's a big transfer fee or getting the years out of Eddie, because he is only going one way, and that's to the top, I think.
Yeah, he's one instance that I wouldn't even want to see him here longer than 15 months to a certain extent. In terms of he should, as much as I love Celtic, he deserves to play in European Cup finals and stuff. I think he's that good. I just think he's that good, and but I'm hoping that I've got a feeling our board will want rid of him in the summer, but I would really, really, really hope that we get him, like you say, on the new deal, and we get him here for 10, because he's irreplaceable. I mean, I know we've said that in the past that we thought maybe Dembele, maybe we would get another player like that, and then Eddie's to me even better. But there's no many Eddies out there. There's just not.
No, he's irreplaceable in terms of the type of player, but that doesn't mean you can't be as successful with two different strikers
in a different way,
or a different way.
Yeah. But you're not. But the longer we should really just appreciate seeing this boy now. We really should.
We're not going to see another him. would be incredibly fortunate to see another him.
Yeah.
Or someone akin to him.
Although, like, Johnston can develop into a really exciting player. I know it's a different position, and Dembele, Karamoko Dembele, but this guy Eddie's got. He really has got everything. Maybe we Dembele can be is
completely
high
different,
level,
but probably to the level. Yes, absolutely. Right, we done with the transfer window?
Yeah, I would say so. We've said all we had to say on that.
It was just underwhelming, wasn't it? Let's see what Klimala's got to show. I think we'll wait and see with him.
It's not slight on the 2 boys that come in.
No,
I just felt that we needed that wee bit of fucking oomph to kind of get us just pushed further on, especially
I'm
for
hopeful
Europe.
I'm hopeful on Sorrow. I think Klimala will be decent. I don't think Klimala will be special. I think he'll be good and a decent, reliable striker, and I think he'll do all right. But I don't. But I do have hopes for Sorrow. I've really liked what I've seen in his highlight reel. But again, like you said, Mikey, those don't always tell the story in the long run. But Shved, fuck knows where he is. He's one of the best highlight reels. But nah, I'm excited about him.
He's
but we'll see.
Holiday with Jerry McCann, I think.
I know, fucking knows where he is, man. It's a bizarre one, that, innit?
I don't know, I fucking don't understand. But,
no, mate, he's maybe got more chance of seeing him now than we did have a couple of months ago. Like, we've lost a few wingers, and he is, a left footer that plays on the right.
Lenny name-checked him a good few times when they were come back from Dubai, and he's not been in one fucking squad.
No, he wasn't one. He was in the
Thistle. Was he in the Thistle squad?
He was definitely in one squad.
He never made a bench anyway, didn't he?
No, he did. He made a bench. He didn't come on.
Must have been Thistle then.
I'm going to Google. I've got a feeling it's Ross County.
Right. Anyway. We'll move on to the title of the show, Hunmageddon. Since he dropped points to fucking Hearts, it's been glorious.
I would say even since the start of the coming back for the winter shutdown, I mean, all you've heard is they've been horrendous. The first 2 games was at Stranraer, they were atrocious apparently. Then St Mirren game, apparently I've had a couple of guys I know in work at Huns that said they thought they had a draw all over it when they were 1-0 up. They just said this is going to be a draw, they're going to score. They just felt that it was inevitable. They thought apparently they were terrible. Then they went into the Hearts game, got bullied apparently, and then the Sheep yesterday, and again apparently the Sheep had 3 or 4 glorious chances. Cosgrove straight through and goal. Yeah, they've just fell to bits.
I saw the sports scene highlights, and by God, that Cosgrove. Honestly, I wouldn't want
just a poor touch.
I wouldn't want anyone out with Scottish football to see that, because it was like one of those times that I don't give a flying fuck about Scottish football. I care about Celtic, but it was one of those times that if I was watching it with someone who hadn't seen Scottish football, then I'd be like,
I think the Canberra transfer is a bit of a joke as well for me. That's a bizarre one.
From Hibs' perspective, it's
but the fact that Hibs have let him go, I think shows you what kind of.
I heard Jack Ross talking about him today. Actually,
it wasn't a Hibs starter. He didn't start for Hibs.
He actually sees goal ratio was actually no bad, by the way. It was like 30 goals in 80 games for them.
He showed flashes of
being a decent player,
decent, but still that's not exactly form that was terrifying him, is it? And I know he's not likely to play for them every week, but I still think it's a strange transfer, and you're inviting a guy into a dressing room that has apparently, I mean, all the rumours have been that it can be difficult at times.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I thought it was a strange transfer. That one.
His language that he used about going to Rangers and all that when he's still contracted to Hibs was a very
unbelievable, isn't it?
Stupid stance, and that's exactly what Jack Ross said today. He's not happy basically. So I think he's fucked for the foreseeable. So
Good.
Get it up him.
He's no exactly a...
Nah, he was a Swiss bastard before now. He's a dirty Hun orange bastard.
Yeah, but I think the whole Hunmageddon thing is more to do in terms of, you know,
the meltdown.
And I said this, we don't talk about Sevco unless we're playing them. That's the rule. And we don't get into the speculation and, oh, they're going to go bust every week. We don't talk about shit like that because our focus is on Celtic. But it's just lovely to see the meltdown with this whole Magnum PI thing.
Oh, that's genius.
Morelos is a beautiful character who's been racially abused, even though Police Scotland have said they can't find any evidence of racial abuse.
Celtic have invited Rangers to supply them with footage. They've asked our own fans to supply them with footage, and there's been no record of any racist abuse towards Alfredo Morelos.
Anyone, if they can, listen to what is the motivation behind this, and you've got Michael Stewart who's called out James Traynor on Sports Sound tonight, which was beautiful. You've got Barry Glendenning, who's an award-winning journalist writer, who's English-based, tearing this apart. I mean, you would think, honestly, from this Sky Sports thing, that Morelos is an absolute angel that's been picked on. You would almost think he had bullets in the post. You would almost think that he had bombs sent to him. You would almost think that he was on a night out and get punched from behind. The way this is going, and this boy has had nothing. This boy's cheated on his wife, as you can see by the beautiful thing where they said, oh no, that's in South America from years ago, and yet the doorstop is as Scottish as you can get. The pictures of that blonde-haired woman with the Scottish doorstop, it's beautiful. It's just absolutely, and it's the one time. See, after the 29th, I was like, why are Celtic not defending the fans? Everyone else, it is the one time where I'm like, we don't need to say anything because they are imploding.
And the thing is,
let me finish this wee one. They're imploding. They're going nuts. They're looking for a reaction. We don't need to give them a reaction. They're doing it all themselves. They are coming across as fucking barking, and they've always been fucking barking because they've lived in the 17th fucking century. In 1690, the Battle of Boyne, which was won by a mostly Catholic army for William of Orange, was celebrated across Catholic Europe because nobody wanted James II as a fucking king. And they are fucking stupid. And you've got to remember, it was the Church of Scotland that was so against the union between Scotland and England. And they've got no sense of history. They're like fucking people that voted for Brexit who are just fucking stupid. And that's all they fucking are. Let them be stupid. Let them be ignorant. Let them fucking just bark this one time. Well, and I'm happy with that.
I get that. I just think Celtic need a wee shot, but sweet, just to remind them that they're fucking moon howlers. That's all it is.
We'll do that.
But you've got to remember, this season alone, they've had incidents of fans and different people racially abusing people. Like Shea Logan, they had the thing
they've had
with
their stand closed for 2 games for racist abuse.
Twice they've had 2 charges from UEFA this season for racist chanting.
Then they had the Scott Brown sister thing.
They've got the Scott Brown sister
thing as well, and yet they're pontificating. It's disgraceful, man. The Daily Record is absolute disgrace, and absolute disgrace. And trainers' hands are all over that.
Pontificate is from the word pontiff.
I know, I understand. Well, it, isn't
pope, as a take.
Just go to when Morelos in the stuff. This is a boy who doesn't speak English. Doesn't really communicate well in English to other people, yet it was clearly, if you watch the interview with this guy, he's reading AFQ cards at the back, and it's James Traynor all over it, to create some sort of fucking different narrative to a guy who is a fucking hothead. There's no other way. All you need to do, if you want to see what Alfredo Morelos is about, is just watch a game of football. That's all you need to do. He snarls, he's fucking kicking off the ball, he's diving, he's a greeting-faced wee bastard. That's all you need to do. And he's telling us
his
that
personality's on show.
What's happening here is hurting his family. Well, see, when you're cheating on your pregnant wife, that's going to hurt her family, your family, and your impending child that's coming. So please get yourself to fuck away for this poor wee victim thing. It's absolutely fucking pathetic. And for that club to be coming out with this shite, I mean, we shouldn't be surprised, but they surprise me every fucking week now with the pish that they come out with. But like we've always said, false dawns and huntiers, long live the fucking glory years. Get it round you orange bastards.
Yes. But they were heavily suggesting that Celtic fans were to do with the tampon in this car and fucking...
Yep.
Unbelievable, man.
It's went for attempted murder. People were calling this attempted murder. A journalist on Twitter, that wanker Derek Clark,
he's not a journalist,
calling this attempted murder, and it turns out it's a fucking private investigator who was apparently a Hun that's been employed by his fucking wife to track him because he's a dirty
veteran of the British Army.
Have you seen what John's put in the chat, by the way, boys?
What chat?
In our chat, our group chat on WhatsApp. He's put in that audio of Michael Stewart.
Who has?
He's put in that audio of Michael Stewart. John has, because I tell you something, right?
Who's
Paul,
John?
sorry, I don't know who John is. I know a guy called John. John Squire.
Did he play the guitar?
Oh, Paul Maguire.
Paul Squire. It just came up Squire and I fucking said John Squire. No, Paul's put that up because what I've noticed is, see on the BBC's website, which honestly it's always up by this time, it still isn't up. I wonder if fucking Jabba's fucking loyal nut, by the way. But I wonder if there'll be a delay because of that, of it going up. But Squire, Paul's put it up, man. Fucking so we're good to get a wee listen to that to see exactly what it said.
But it's the banter years keep continue to roll in, and they are crumbling before our eyes again. Yeah. It's been another disastrous winter break for the zombie hordes. Long.
Do you think Gerrard makes it to the summer? Or do you think he gets...
he just signed a new deal. There's no way they're bagging him. Not a chance.
For compensation.
There's a thread on follow the night saying if he doesn't win a trophy this year, does he deserve another crack at it? And they're all saying aye.
Really?
How many Rangers managers do you think would get a third season and not winning one trophy if Celtic mop ups 6?
Do you think anybody else is going to want him if he has the kind of season we expect and hope he has?
Mate, they're calling him the brightest young manager in the UK.
I think they will, but they don't realise that they've got, last season alone, the expenditure difference was only £10 million, and we've got a lot more overheads and wages. There wasn't that much of a fucking difference in terms of what they're bringing in and what they're spending net transfer fees. They're on a par with us. He has signed, is it 60 odd players in 2 years?
That's
throws them under a bus. Throws them under a bus after a couple of months.
Throws them out on loan and...
Aye.
Yeah.
And has a go at them.
I don't think, Ben, I think he has improved them. But
he's had the money to improve them.
You can't argue with it. But again, the league has weakened as well. That is part of the story. But in his Europa League results... Yeah, when it happened under Kashinya
you've got Feyenoord who were like 10th in the league at the time.
Their group was pish.
Porto, who were well off the boil. You had Young Boys who were like 6th in the Swiss league. They've got Braga who are 9th now in the Portuguese league. Might have improved, sacked their manager. Feyenoord sacked their manager through it, Jaap Stam.
I think Braga will still put them out, by the way.
Well, one of their players have signed for Barcelona. They signed on the 1st of July. Young Boy, they've only played him about 10 times or 18 times, I can't mind. He goes out on the 1st of July, so I think he'll still be there. They've signed a player, Braga, unbelievably for £9 million. January and Braga are quite a...
But this is again, and you look at other clubs that are at our level or even just beneath us. There are clubs like that spend more than us. That's why it does get frustrating when you're talking about Europa League level clubs that are kind of similarly financed to us, like in terms of finances, a similar size of club in that regard. They do spend more than we do. Or they tend to.
So, well, we move on. We don't, like we said, we don't normally dedicate any airtime to the Huns, but we felt this week in the title Hunmageddon it was just
be rude not to.
It'd be rude not to, especially when they're implicating our fans and our club in their fucking shady dealings. So
fuck them.
That's all we're dedicating, and it's probably going to be the last time we'll do it. Yep. So thanks for the title, Huns. So yous have been great in delivering some rib tickling fucking humour over the years, and long may it continue, lads.
I'll tell you what, we weren't paranoid enough in the 90s.
Correct.
Yous are just fucking delusional.
It is delusional.
Mentally ill cunts.
So, lads, we're going to move on, and we're going to move on to our magical Fantasy 5 section.
Have we got any questions?
I gave the question. I've just not gave the answer yet.
Have we got any questions from...
No, a lot of people had responded to what we asked, but they didn't really pose any questions as such, so cheers for that, lads. We got a few funny... let me see. Any questions you'd like to put to the podcast team tonight? So, remember, try and get involved with us online. We're on Twitter. We don't really converse on Facebook, because that's a different admin team completely. So...
Well, here's a question. If you boys were going to make an attempt on a footballer's life, would you cut the brakes in the supercar or use another method? Now, I've actually answered this about 2 seasons ago, how I would kill Stephen Naismith. And it was exactly cutting his brakes. If you remember
predicted this.
I don't think Mick was on the show at that point when we had this.
No, he wasn't.
You had this fascination with Stephen Naismith.
Yeah, and why I wanted him dead.
Yes.
So, yes, I would cut his brakes.
I feel differently now. He thinks that he accepts the Huns that the Sevco's a different club, and he scored against them last week. I think he can let him live now, surely.
Well, it's attempted murder.
Do you know what? I'll let him live. But
who will let him live here?
I'll let Naismith live.
Right.
But if I own a restaurant that all the fancy people go to, I won't let him in.
I'm cool.
Or I'll spit in his food.
Aye.
I think that's still deserved.
Aye. I think you'd do that.
Plays for Rangers.
I think you let him in, spit in his food, and then kick him out. After he eats
and then cut his brakes.
And then cut his brakes. And kill him at the same night. That's just a cunt of a night for the boy. That's almost evil. I like that one.
Nah,
so,
I'm maybe going too far. I won't
dye his hair black,
food.
just so he would look ridiculous.
I'll just spit in his drinks.
So, cheers for in fact, Tommy sent us in a few things before. In fact, was Tommy the one that was asking about
I think Tommy asked about Spice.
Spice, I'm actually seeing a downward trend here, Tommy. I think you need to have a wee word with yourself, son.
And can you say we answered that? Mick wasn't on. We answered that. Would we take Spice question very seriously?
We did, and we showed a lot of care for Tommy. And
yes.
Maybe he just felt that it was the one drug that hadn't been tried on the podcast.
Well, I think he did.
Yes. I think if we name drugs, there's very few that haven't been tried between.
Made a wee guest appearance once or twice.
Oh. Yeah. Welcome to the Spice Show. Sorry about that, lads. We had a wee fucking interruption there with the connection. So we're talking about Spice and Tommy, and we hope Tommy's well and he's no doing that slippery road. But
Spicy road.
The wee spicy road, Mick. Aye, it could be
Spice Trail.
Aye, just hope Tommy's all right. Cause there's a worrying trend to his questions on Twitter.
Yes.
But we'll focus on to our final wee segment of the night. Is our Fantasy Fives, and we're going South American. So it's not just Tim's. It can be Tim's if you want it to be. There'll not be many of them, but we're going South Americans. So the night we're going to kick proceedings off. I think it's probably your turn to go first, JP.
Right, okay.
For your goalkeeper.
For the Argentinian World Cup winner in '86 gets sent off against... Did he get sent off against Cameroon in 1990? No, he got injured in the game where Roger Miller scored opening game at the San Siro in 1990. Neri Pompidou.
Pompidou. That's just for the name, isn't it?
The word, yeah, I always like Pompidou.
It's got to be Henry Higuita, man. Just for the banter. For the locker room banter. Henry Higuita. He'd be a good night out after it.
Is that your goalkeeper, Mick? Rennie Higuita?
Got to be.
Right. Well, my goalkeeper, I actually was going to pick Higuita, but I'm going to change. I've picked 3, so I'm going to change.
Chilavert.
I'm going to go Jose Luis Chilavert in goals. Yeah. Motherwell Mr. Campos, but I get ruled out for geographical.
Him being Central American, yeah. That's like me saying Sepp Maier, but he's a bit German, so it doesn't fit into South America. It doesn't matter if Central America's near to South America. It's a whole different fucking ballgame.
Right, so, aye, okay. Right, JP, next one. Number 2 on the list.
My defender, because I'm going with people getting stalked, who are Colombian. This guy really did get stalked and was on the end of some lead. I'm going for Escobar.
Brilliant.
So that's a tempting.
He was a good player.
It actually worked on him.
Yeah.
What a name, though.
Yeah, the 2 Escobar documentaries, brilliant. The 30 for 31. The 2 Escobars, the story of the Pablo Escobar and Andres Escobar intertwining, because obviously he was involved in the football.
He was mad on the football, Pablo Escobar.
Yeah.
So, Mick, you're number 2 of your dream team for the Fantasy Fives?
It's going to be an attacking lineup for me, so my defender is going to be Bobby Carlos. So
Roberto Carlos.
Aye, Bobby Carlos, man, what a player. I'll never forget that goal he scored, and it was in France, wasn't it? Was it Confederation Cup or something like that? That free kick.
Yeah, before it was called the Confederation Cup, it was called Le Tournoi, and it was the year before the World Cup in the host nation.
Yeah, and they were kind of trying out kind of younger players at the time, and that was the first time I'd seen Roberto Carlos, and I think I'd heard about him, but I hadn't actually seen him, and that goal, just I'd never seen anything like it at that point in time.
What thighs that boy had.
I know.
32-inch thighs, apparently.
Yeah.
His legs. But I actually had picked out Roberto Carlos as well, but I've got another alternative there, and I've went with Dunga.
I love Big Dunga.
Oh, quality.
Oh, yes.
That World Cup was brilliant.
Aye, brilliant.
Taffarel was a consideration for
goalkeeper for
me.
Quality goalkeeper.
Great keeper.
Brilliant. So, number 3 player.
I'm going to go for... Now, this is a Celtic thing. And he was the Brazilian World Cup captain in 1994. But it got changed after the 3 group games. And it is probably the best single performance I've seen from a player at Celtic Park in the flesh. And that's Rai, who played with PSG when they won the Cup Winners' Cup that year in 95-96, and we should have won over in Paris, but over in Parkhead they absolutely tore us apart.
How do you spell his name again?
Him and Loco.
R-A-I.
Patrice Loco.
Who had mental problems.
Djorkaeff was in that team, wasn't he, as well?
Djorkaeff was one of my favourite players, man. He was
Paul Le Guen.
They had, I think Mahi was in the squad, didn't play, but he was in the squad that year. But just purely, I mean, you could choose better South Americans with more of a legacy. You could go for Socrates and all the rest.
Was there a player called Bernard, another Brazilian player that was in that PSG team as well, or something like that?
Potentially, mate, I can't recall.
It was.
But honestly, for me, that's... Rai's got a famous brother as well. Actually, I'll need to wiki him because obviously most of these footballer, Rai Souza, who's his brother? Personal life. His brother is Socrates. His older brother, Socrates.
Right?
Yep. So
no chance. Was that?
The man I mentioned before, and I didn't know why. So his older brother, Socrates, 82 World Cup. You think of that? Probably the best team that didn't win the World Cup. They fucked up against Italy. Who went on to win it, of course. So best, just bringing it back to Celtic. Best midfield performance I've ever seen at Celtic Park.
And
probably
that's Rai Souza.
Rai Souza, yeah. What a player. And obviously the Brazilian World Cup captain in 1994, but I think after the group games they gave it to Cafu. I think he got dropped. But a World Cup winner, played in the World Cup in 94. That's pretty good.
Nice. Michael?
I suppose. I mean, I don't want to go too obvious. I'm trying to kind of.
That's what I'm trying to kind of.
Aye.
What, you going for Valderrama or something? Or?
Nah.
No?
Nah, I think I might jump ahead actually, come back to a midfielder in a minute, but I think I might go. Do you know what? I'll go midfielder and I'll say Kaka.
Kaka.
I was a big fan of Kaka.
Yep, brilliant player.
I don't know what happened. It kind of petered out a wee bit sooner than maybe I thought it might. But Kaka in his prime was outstanding.
Yeah, he shone brightly, but not for long enough.
Yeah.
I am one of my favourite players growing up. I was trying to kind of fling a couple of different ones in, like Sheila Dunga, but I can't miss this guy because he was fucking phenomenal watching when I was growing up, and that is Rivaldo.
Yeah.
I'm putting in Rivaldo in my team.
Great player.
Offered a trial by Martin O'Neill.
Yeah, I was talking about that yesterday with my brother-in-law. Strangely.
Fucking mental.
Aye, and obviously Rivaldo doesn't do trials.
Nope.
And then he went on to play quite well at Galatasaray, was it?
Olympiacos, I'm sure he went to first.
Olympiacos it was.
Aye. So, thanks for that, Martin O'Neill. So, number 4, JP.
It's really, really hard because you're talking about. I'm going to go for 2 forwards. So, the guy I loved, another one that shone brightly for a short time but should have done longer. See, I could say this about the 2 I'm thinking of that I want to pick, but I'll go with Ronaldinho first.
Mm-hmm.
I know everyone could say Pele, Maradona, but I'm trying to stay away from that.
Yeah, that's it. Maradona, Messi, even Fat Ronaldo.
No, I'm just going to choose Fat Ronaldo as my second.
Yeah?
I think he's the greatest player I've ever seen.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
The real Ronaldo.
Yes, exactly.
The real Ronaldo.
The real Ronaldo. You're absolutely right.
So, number 4, JP, is Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
Another one that I had picked, and I probably, in fact, I know I'm going to change mine up a bit depending on what Mick picks here.
But we're allowed to pick.
I'm not
I know, but I
don't think I'll be picking one that you'll be picking, mate. I'm going to be a bit random with mine, just because he was a player I really liked when I was younger. But just, you get one of those players for some reason you take a shine to, but he's not necessarily everybody else's favourite player. But Ivan Zamorano,
brilliant.
I loved him.
Zamorano was class.
He was brilliant. So he'd be my other one.
Inter Milan.
Inter Milan.
The wee white bit in his socks and that.
He was the boy, I think he was Uruguayan, was it Alvaro Recoba?
Recoba was class.
He was good as well, man, but he didn't quite fulfil his potential, didn't he?
Yeah, he had like Adriano was like the next best thing, but he had problems.
Who's the boy for Chile? It was it Salas?
Salas, Marcelo Salas, that's right.
He was class as well, man.
He was good as well, aye.
Right, so my number
Batistuta.
4. Batistuta, what a player, aye.
Mm-hmm.
My number 4. I'm just going to go with 2 strikers. So my first pick for my striker is Adriano.
Adriano, nice.
Brilliant. Another one who didn't properly fully achieve his talent should have got him to, because he was a fucking screwball. Still hanging about the favelas, and a guy was a multi-millionaire, man. He was fucking hanging about the favelas and just getting up to no good. What a boy.
Yeah.
Possibly one of the finest moments I've ever seen in football was him, when the guy slapped him on the pitch and he double fist punched him with two horns at one time and knocked a cunt clean out on the pitch.
Lovely.
Tremendous.
He was a beast, man. He had big legs and all, didn't he?
He was huge, mate. Some upper frame, and he was fast as fuck as well. So
he looked like he was going to be just.
he was tipped to be an next Ronaldo, wasn't he? And I think the expectation was probably too much for him. Shame, but
Chris Boyd called him mentally weak, didn't
he? Aye, but it was his mental strength, but mate.
Aye.
Fucking goon. JP, round off your team for me.
As Mick has shamed me about Fat Ronaldo, the original Ronaldo, I can't pick him, so I'm picking more of a winger inside forward. And the guy that won, that wasn't Pele, Brazil, the 1958 World Cup, and got them to the 62 World Cup final where they got beat 1-0. And a lot of Brazilians will say the best player of all time was a
Garrincha?
Chronic alcoholic, and it's Garrincha.
Magic.
Yeah, I watched the documentary about him not that long ago, actually.
Mad
Garrincha.
cunt.
Have you not read the book?
No, I've not read
the book. I'll try and remember the name of it, but it's a fucking brilliant book, man. Guy was just mental. But he was class. Man.
And a lot of contemporaries same time say he was a much better player than
Pele, but Pele was the more disciplined professional
Pele was
person.
17, 58.
Just give me a wee second, guys.
So, I mean, I really wanted the original Ronaldo because I thought for the 4 or 5 years that he shined brighter than most. He was absolutely out of this world. Certainly of our era, Mick. And Mikey's gone as he... Oh well, a bit of silence, so I get to talk. Literally, this podcast's all about me. See if you're listening to the other two. Absolutely fucking boss, man. Mickey Crowley, a tout. Outs me all the time because I went to a private school. Not my fault. Mick Take went to a private school for 2 years, the same private school as me. He's paused this instead of fucking silencing it.
JP?
Yes.
What's happening, Mick?
You paused that instead of muted it, didn't you?
No, I paused, I muted me. It's still recording.
Well, I went in the wee solo when I realised that something's happening. I can't hear Mick.
No, Mick's disappeared off my screen completely.
Right. Did he pick a fifth player?
No, I don't know. I'm going to check and see have you got the chat up? See if he's maybe been cut off. I'll just edit this out, this bit. Right. Wee man's fucking greeting again, man. He's doing my box on.
Well, I'll just ask Mick to give us a fifth player.
No, get him back on if we can.
I don't know if we can. I can't get him back on, it's you.
No, but I'm just saying, is he there? I'm just inviting him now again. invite. Right, I've invited him anyway, so I don't know what's happened.
You fucked up, mate.
Is it me?
Yeah. Shame on you.
It's still recording, so it's no. I definitely never touched the recording. I just put the laptop down.
A disgrace.
No, he's not here. It's not.
There he's there. There he's there.
Alright, boys.
You're right. That's not our view. He will feel.
He's shiting it there, isn't he?
He's totally defending.
He's a wee shite bag.
Who is it? That wee Jonathan Sutherland?
He's a wee shite bag. His pants go every time and it gets litigious as he sees it. Because Trainer is a type that will have picked up the phone the second that was fucking hanging to see if it was anything he could claim for. I'm telling you. He's that kind of cunt man, isn't he?
But Michael Stewart will be like that. Get him on then. Get him on and I'll fucking talk to him. Right, so we'll restart, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
Yep, go for it.
Sorry, we've lost Mick there, so we had to get him back on. So we finished up JP on your fifth team. Your fifth player, which was Garincha.
Yes.
So Mick, we are now awaiting your fifth member of your South American Fantasy Fives.
I think I've not done 5.
No, you've done 4,
No,
mate.
you've got
Have I?
another one.
What have I done again? Higuita, Carlos.
We've done Higuita, Roberto Carlos, Kaká and Zamorano.
Kaká and Zamorano. Right, one more then. I'll go with... I cannot go without Maradona, man. Maradona's got to be. He was my hero.
You shamed me into not having the original Ronaldo. No.
It's got to be Maradona, man. And I watched that. Have you seen that documentary, the recent one?
No,
you cheating bastard.
Oh,
yeah.
Mikey, get that watched.
You cunt. Absolute cheating bastard. Shames other people.
Mick? Is it on
and
Netflix?
I think it's Amazon.
I think it's on.
I've got
one of them.
I've got that.
I think it's Prime. It's on.
I
think.
Both of them,
I downloaded it illegally off Pirate Bay because I was just waiting for it coming out. Like fucking.
Mikey.
Yes.
Mikey. I protest, right? Now I've got the greatest all-time in Garincha, but I could have had Ronaldo up front with him.
Yeah.
You just told me Garincha's better than Pele, and I can't have Maradona.
Yeah, but Maradona's greater than Pele.
Yeah, in my opinion too. But you think, but Garincha is he greater than Garincha? You pick Garincha, I'll pick Maradona.
Garincha isn't as well known, and people would never ever class him apart from Brazilians who saw him in the same breath as Pele.
Flawed genius.
So.
Yeah,
no,
you're always a flawed genius. I'm always a flawed genius.
You can't.
Maradona.
Maradona's a fucking saint compared to Garincha.
Don't know about that. Quite comparable. It'd be a good night out.
It would be a good night. I'll give you that.
I think we've all picked with that in mind. I mean, Higuita, Maradona, Adriano. I think would be interesting. I think somebody needs to pick Fat Ronaldo as well. Or Ronaldinho, bit of cross dressing.
You told me I picked Ronaldinho. You told me, oh, you can't pick Fat Ronaldo. That's what you said.
No, I said I might not be able to pick something. I'm trying not to pick Messi and Ronaldo and Maradona, but I think Maradona's got to be in my team. He's my favourite ever player.
Same. I'm putting in an official protest to the fucking committee. Who's in the committee?
Me. Denied.
Cunt.
Motion not carried. And I'll finish off. I've obviously 2 strikers in my team. My team's fairly attacking. Dunga's going to be doing a lot of run about, I think, in my team. Although Sheila he'll be playing as like a fucking backsy.
You've got another outfield player there that can take penalties and free kicks.
So I've went with, to complete my team, to partner Adriano, I've went for a man who was mentioned earlier, and that is Gabriel Batistuta. I loved Batty goal was class.
Do you know what? One of those ones that should get a bigger move earlier and won a lot of stuff, didn't he?
I think he did, but I just think he was fine where he was. I think he just wanted to be there.
And he scored so many goals for him. It was like Shearer, wasn't it? At Newcastle, it was like they were always kind of mid-table or just a bit higher, but he was just phenomenal for them. Phenomenal.
But the thing is, he could have gone on any club at any level and won goals. Whatever he wanted. Mm-hmm. And when you look at his honours and what he won, you know, he won a league with Roma. And he won, that's it, Copa America with Argentina twice. I mean, I'm looking at his wiki now. Argentinian Premier Division. Serie
not a big
B
trophy
with Fiorentina. And this guy had the talent to play with any club.
He must have won a golden boot or something once upon a time, because his goal scoring record was brilliant, wasn't it?
Individual.
Banged in the goals.
Top scorer. It was just a fucking class act.
Well, another player that flattered to deceive that ended up, because he didn't really have a good time at Man United, it was a big mark against his name, but Veron, I thought when he was on it, he was fucking brilliant to watch as well.
He was a great player.
Your man that was at fucking Villarreal as well was just different gravy, man. Riquelme.
Riquelme. Yeah.
Barcelona and that as well. He was frightening.
He's a Boca legend.
Yeah.
Would have been Championship manager at the time, legend rather than football manager, but
tremendous player. Fucking looked so easy, didn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so that completes tonight's Fantasy 5 South American style. So making up Mr. John Paul Jameson's team was Pompidou in goals, Escobar at the back, he's doing lines, Rai Souza, Ronaldinho and Garrincha. Mick Tague, got another cracking team, is René Higuita in goals, Bobby Carlos, Kaká, Ivan Zamorano and the legendary Maradona making up his 5. On to mine, we've got Jose Luis Silva in goal, Dunga at the back, Rivaldo in the middle, and Adriano and Batistuta making up the forward line. So 3 cracking squads there.
Do you know what I really like about all 3 of them? It would be like your typical 5-a-side where you've got a league and there would be a punch-up every fucking game.
You know, heads.
Yeah, there's at least one in the team that you're like, oh, for fuck's
the bar down the pits is getting destroyed, innit?
Aye.
It'll be a good night in there.
Dunga's putting a few cunts into the boards, man. So's Roberto Carlos. But gentlemen, we've ended up quite a long one tonight, and we're trying to keep it. What was it you said, JP? 50 minutes and a half.
Yeah,
no, that's gone.
Yeah,
well gone.
I'm up at 5:30 for the gym, so
I'm up at 6. I'm up at so.
I'm in fucking holiday.
Week. Who's a cunt?
Dirty, horrible bastard.
Dirty prick. It's Hun behaviour, innit?
Aye. Especially just after Christmas and that.
I know.
A fucking no-user. You're a washout.
Absolute Hun behaviour.
I'm under house arrest for tampering with a motor. Can't say any more than that. Nice wee lassie.
I know we said to you before, Mick, that you were lower than a snake's tits, but you still ain't getting under a fucking Lamborghini.
No, I know.
No fucking danger.
No.
Oh, that story's been... Oh, I can't wait to go and listen to fucking Sports Sound now.
I'm going to go and listen to Michael Stewart, tearing Jim Traynor a new arsehole. So, gentlemen, thank you again for your participation in tonight's Hunmageddon.
No worries.
We shall pick this up again next weekend, hopefully. We've got a guest coming on the show. Stay tuned to hear from her. Joanna Doyle.
You dying a wee bit, mate?
What's that, bud?
You dying a wee bit, buddy?
I'm dying, mate. I'm fucking dying here. dying here. I don't know if I'll make the next fucking podcast. So we've agreed to get Joanna Doyle on the show, Johnny Doyle's daughter, the legendary Johnny Doyle. She's going to come on and talk about the upcoming book about Johnny. Another Celtic fan that got lucky in the kind of Tommy Burns era, Tommy Burns mould, if you like. Some great stories to come about Johnny Doyle. We've got a few people who managed to witness Johnny play in early years. Is going to leave us some audio that we're going to let Joanna hear. So that'll be a cracking podcast, lads.
Yeah, definitely. Can't wait.
Are you on it?
Me?
No, I'm talking to Mikey.
What's that, buddy?
You on it?
The audio?
Aye.
Well, I never seen Johnny play.
No, but are you on the podcast?
Yes.
So it's not going to be cracking then, it's going to be...
Oh, there we go. So we know you're not going to be on it then, don't we?
I fucking am. I fucking created this fucking thing with you.
Apologies, lads. Fucking hell.
Yeah, that mute button, mate.
I know. I can't reach it half the time, but
fucking coronavirus, baldy.
I've got the coronavirus. It's because I've not drank enough Corona since fucking New Year, because I'm off it.
That's because you've got a big shiny head.
A big shiny head, mate.
It's attracted to. That's what it's attracted to.
Yeah, well, we live and learn. So, anyway, so we look forward to welcoming Joanna onto the show and talking about a fucking Celtic great, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, some of the stories and obviously
not just a Celtic great, a great Celtic man.
Yes.
And hopefully we'll be looking back at a triumph over Motherwell and Clyde and more drapped Hun points.
Aye.
And knocked out the Scottish Cup.
And Mick,
who have they got? Actually?
More Hun tears.
Aye.
Who have they got?
Get them down, you.
Some cunt at fucking home, probably.
Aye.
So, anyway, gentlemen, it's been a good night. Go and get yourself some sleep.
Yes.
And get yourself focused for tomorrow's work. There's no fanning about. We need to be back here.
For Mick, who's a cunt.
Ah, fuck that cunt.
Next thing on my agenda is the game on Wednesday night, watching the game on Wednesday night.
Nice one.
I've got nothing today until then.
Do you know what? Because how accommodating your wife is and everything else in your lifestyle. In what sense is you could actually probably go to bed right now.
I could do what I want
until kick-off on Wednesday.
Maybe. I might consider that.
Yeah.
Can I come over to yours, mate, if you're doing that? Let's do this.
So, gentlemen, it's a hail hail for me.
Hail hail.
I'm jealous of Mick right now. For me.
That's what you're signing off with?
I'm really jealous of Mick. Honestly, I would kill to be in his position.
I doubled down a day, 2 yogurts a day. One in the kind of in between morning and afternoon, a sort of a brunch yogurt. And then one in the evening. That's why I was quieter the night, because the second one was took me deep. Well.
So, thanks for joining us on We Shall Not Be Moves podcast, where we delve into the life of drugs and debauchery. So, we'll leave it at that. Hail, hail, gentlemen.
Hail, hail, I'm on the spice now. See you later, boys.
Getting close to midnight, and all the bets are still in town. True love, lipstick on your linen, bite the pillow, make no sound. If there's some Yesterday